One. What's up? Hello, I'm Ryan with the Bit Life Show, and I think I might have actually gotten this transition pretty okay. We'll see how that all goes. I'm a fitness streamer here as well, but nothing like our guest today. Nothing like Jason Diamondo Fit, the degen king himself. We've got on the show tonight, and it's going to be a fun one. We play games. We goof around. It's all in good fun just to kind of hang out and continue the good vibes that are happening within the community. I'm brand new, so I like to grill everyone. We had Acro on, and then Cool Runnings, Joe there. And then next week, we're going to have, let's see, Plus Ultra Eddie and Terrible Hime. But today, you just came from his stream. Let's bring him on. The other man, the other myth, the other legend, the degen king. I was trying to come up with something. That's like the terminology that's always there.
Yeah, that's yep, that's me.
Yeah, man. I feel like I always jump into the channel and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I always get that entertainment value.
It's probably the most inappropriate thing, right? When you hop, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Completely out of context.
I love it so much. Have you ever done anything like this?
I have not. No.
Cool, man. Well, I think you've seen some of them. So kind of the name of the game is we've got some goofy stuff that we do and we just hang out and chat. I do want to actually spin the wheel the first time right now. And then we'll kind of hear your story. So we're going to get off going hot here.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So I don't think you can actually see it in the restream. So I don't know if you have Twitch up, but
I don't.
I'll tell you. We'll tell you what it is. We'll just get this going. I need a little body.
Should have Twitch up, but you know.
Here we go. All right, what is this? Oh, okay, good. Bro, your Japanese is showing pretty good in this lighting. That's acro love right there.
Jesus.
All right, so this is the 10-pound dumbbell hold. So this is probably the dumbest one we do.
Oh, great. Right after I did shoulders. So
I know. As soon as you're doing those flies, I'm like, this is going to be great. So the name of this game is, we're just going to start our conversation off, but you got to get a 10-pound dumbbell. You're going to hold it out as long as you can. Let's see. Maybe we can we'll try one of these. We'll try one of these predictions. We'll see how well these work. Will I survive? Hell yeah. Or such a degen. There we go. Set it out for 5 minutes, maybe. There we go. All right. Okay, so
hold it for 5 minutes. That's crazy.
We'll see what people vote. Here we go. Ready? Go for it. All right. Now, I know a little bit about you. I've kind of been in and out of your streams for the last few months. So, you always kind of give some of that story. And as I'm like doing research on you, I learned too that you're like training for competition too. And you have been in competition, which is pretty rad. So what's kind of your fitness story? Like, where'd you come from?
I mean, I was like a pretty active kid, at a fairly young age. I kind of started late in gymnastics at like 10 years old. And then, sort of that just became my sport, right? Like I still played other sports like hockey and, soccer, basketball, other things like that. But gymnastics was pretty much just what clicked for me, essentially. And so I did that forever, even like through my 20s up until I quit when I was 32, and then like somewhere in there. And then I was like, I need to do something to pretty much, fill that void. And so I was like, well, I should probably start going to the gym since it's so heavy.
It is. Oh my gosh, my face is burning.
Probably start going to the gym so I can, maintain something. And, just kind of start from there. So it started like 8 years ago, started going to the gym, and now I'm here. Oh my God.
Don't give up.
It's so burning.
The whole gymnastics thing, I'm like using a mouse with my left hand like a moron as well.
You could be cheating.
Sorry, left-handed people. That's what I do. I wait for you guys' shoulder days. Oh
Uh,
my gosh, that was so
I have to
good.
do this side.
Now you feeling? Yeah, you got to make it even. Um,
Uh,
so like you were probably pretty fit then, because I have a nephew who's been doing gymnastics. I don't know, since he was like 5 or something, and that dude is like a shredded 9-year-old or 10-year-old, and he can do some of those I don't know, like pommel horse moves like on the ground,
yeah.
and
I mean,
rings and
I was fit, but I wasn't like big, right? Like gymnastics is
Mhm,
just kind of about being able to throw your own body weight around efficiently. And for me, that was like 120 to 130 pounds. So it wasn't,
mhm.
versus now where I weigh like 170, just over 170. So it's like that's, there's no way I could do half of the things that I could do before just because it's,
Yeah,
I didn't train any gymnastics while, at this weight. So it's sort of inefficient now for me. But
right, right. Yeah, that'd be much harder. And that one of those pictures that we'll have here in a little while makes a lot more sense. It's a pretty rad picture. You look pretty badass in it, so we'll see that in a little bit.
this is the
How do
bachelor.
you keep doing gymnastics until 32? Like,
Uh, so there's like club, there's like adult club like teams you can join.
okay.
For me, it like started when I went back to college at UC Berkeley. I was like, hey, I can like be competitive in this sport again. So I kind of just started going to that, and then it like it got pretty serious, and so it was like every day, several hours a day. At the end of the day, 7 days a week, and then when I graduated, you could still be part of, because it was
Mm,
technically it was like part of the school, but it wasn't like the school, right? So even though like we still trained like sometimes with like the actual like NCAA teams, and but it was, I mean, it was very much like a public thing. So
mhm,
like anybody could join it. And then when I left that
sure.
team, they have like an alumni team essentially. So it's like any of the schools that had a club team
Hmm,
have like an alumni team, and at the like once a year, a couple times a year, they meet up for competitions, and you just compete for that alumni team.
mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, sure. And then as you're getting older, and don't forget to do that prediction. Somebody's got to predict the other side. I would just chuck channel points at you guys if I could, but I can't. Welcome tabs to the stream. We're hanging with Daya. You know him. You know him. All you know him better than I do. That's why I'm having a chat with him. Um, and as you're getting older, is it, aside from getting older, and being out of it, is it harder also because you're probably gaining some weight too, or was that not really an issue that you
uh,
ever really had?
that wasn't any of the issue. My issue was
Okay.
specifically just injuries. It was, I my like biggest injury was when I was like 18, 19 years old, dislocated my shoulder. And then I never got surgery for it. That kind of wasn't the protocol at the time.
Oh wow.
Dislocated it again, like several years later, dislocated the other one,
Hmm.
started having knee problems. And then it just, because, in gymnastics, it's just, you just walk it off essentially. If it's not broken, you just walk it off. And so, which
Jeez.
is definitely not kind of the protocol now. Like the protocol
Okay.
now is a lot different. Um, but had I gotten surgery when the injury happened, it probably wouldn't have re-injured the second time.
Hmm.
But I would have had to had surgery on the other one anyway, because that one also dislocated. And so it just became, for me, more of like, how much can I, like, is training through pain and or continually like mildly injuring myself
Mm,
from just like ongoing injuries worth it anymore for me? And
hmm.
in my last year, it just wasn't worth it anymore. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Hmm.
So
And then
that's,
it
yeah.
sounds like you found the strength training to kind
Yeah.
of supplement that, or the gym training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had gone to the gym like about 2 years prior to quitting, just to like, just try to get a little stronger so that injuries wouldn't be as frequent.
Hmm.
But it was the exact opposite. So
Uh,
I ended
yeah.
up getting injured. It was weird, but I wasn't training for size specifically. It was just sort of to maintain what I had already had,
Mm-hmm.
and like to maybe like gain some strengths in areas that I knew I had weaknesses for gymnastics, but it wasn't specifically for size. And it wasn't until I quit that I sort of was like, well, now what do I do? And I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess I'll go to the gym every day, and still wasn't necessarily for size. And it wasn't until I moved to the East Coast and I saw my roommate, one of my roommates, and he was just like a natural, just like 6'2", just like jacked, like athletic guy. And I was just like, and I remember seeing him for the first time, just be like, holy crap, that guy is massive. Like, I want to be
That's
that guy. And
awesome.
like me and him would go to
Yeah.
the, he's like, oh, you go to the gym, let's go to the gym together. And then he just sort of got me into like a different style of training that I was not used to at all. And then but then it became fun for me, and I was like, oh, I'm seeing like progress, I'm getting stronger. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's just sort of compounded to that. And now I can't stop.
Yeah. And were you competing right away? Was it pretty quickly that you got into that,
No.
or did that take a
So
while?
initially there was a show at that gym. It was like sort of like an exhibition. It wasn't like sanctioned by any like organization or anything like that. And it was like I was lean. I wasn't like big at all. And my friend was like, you should just do it, man. So I did it. Did not like clearly just got stomped, but it was like, there was like 10 people, and everybody was doing the same thing. It wasn't really like, it was just like who has good physique essentially. And it was,
Sure.
and but it
A little
was,
more general or something. Yeah.
yeah. And it wasn't by any organization. It was just sort of like, hey, if you're interested in this, we can like show you kind of what's going to happen if you are interested in this. And then, so I guess it was, I wouldn't really call it a seminar, because I mean, we definitely had to get like tanned up, but I just
Yeah.
bought like one of those, bottle tan things from the store, and was like, oh, did not turn out great. Did not turn out great.
Yeah.
But
Just miss a couple spots here and there. And
yeah. And then and after that, I kind of was like, man, I need to get way bigger, because like I had this like idea of what my physique was, and then when you see other people that were actually like had a physique, you're like, oh, I am garbage. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're like, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like,
and
cool, I have abs. That's because I weigh nothing and I'm lean. Okay, whatever.
right, right. And everyone's always so positive.
Yeah.
But like we're at different places in our journey, and like I'm feeling great and fit, and I think, I am. I still have a lot more room to grow. But then I was like, well, looking at your stream and looking at your arms, and I'm looking at my arms, I'm like, shit, I better go grab some dumbbells and just hit them real quick, just to get a little bit of musculature in my arms today. Because yeah, you see something, you see that, and for when your head's in a good space, you're like, ooh, how do I do that? I want that. That could be
Yeah.
good for me, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of people too, by the way, that want to know what's going on with the containment, like the Dexter, plastic going on behind you. Tabs thinks you have a
Well,
bunny named Bunny,
that's
but
exactly that's a Dexter kill room right there. That's exactly what that is. No, so me and the missus do like epoxy like resin art.
oh yeah,
And there's like a tiny like little awning window up there, and I bought a fan. And our garage, normally we do it in the garage, but in the wintertime it gets so cold that we really can't do it in there, because the resin has to be at a certain temperature to like cure properly, or else it
sure,
takes
yeah,
forever, and it's just not comfortable in there. And so over the winter I set up but it's super toxic and all the
yeah.
fumes and everything. So I set
Is it vented?
Yeah, so there's a window
Okay.
up near this, like you can't really see it. It's like you can kind of see like a rectangle here. There's like a painting right there, but right above it there's another rectangle, and that's a window that's like an awning window. And I have a fan that I stick up there that just blows air directly out of it. So this thing is all sealed, so you stand in it and just sucks all the air out. So that, I mean, we're wearing gas masks still, but it's like, I don't want the rest of the basement to smell like resin fumes, because I've done that before and I got a huge headache, and it was terrible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and what does resin art mean? Like, I know, so my brother-in-law has something similar, but he does a lot of 3D printing with resin.
Oh yeah, so I'll show you.
Yeah. Oh, dude, pro move with the wireless headphones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always wireless. Always wireless.
Yeah, Acro says they do kill rooms. Got it. Mystery solved. Let's see. Snookers, I'll get you channel points somehow. Sammy Thick Thighs refunded me some channel points the other day, so there's got to be a way to do it. I'll just stop doing predictions because they're dumb. And that's when we lost Daya. Let's see. Did he go in the room? I don't think he went in the room. I think he went somewhere else. It's a mystery. He thought he liked to piss on people.
I was saying if there was any in there. There wasn't any stuff.
Sure.
So like I like make coasters and stuff. So like there's these like coasters. So there's like all these. It's kind of hard to see.
Cool.
Like, and it's like there's like gold
Gerudo.
fleck.
Nice.
Like, and sometimes like so I put stickers in them. Sometimes like these ones is just like a hole.
Ah.
But they're like inside.
How do you make something like that?
So you mix the resin and then you just sort of there's like pigments that you stick in it. So I started with like a black base, and I poured like a black base, and I like added some blue, and then you use like a blowtorch and like a heat gun that blows air, and it just sort of like creates these like cell
very cool
like things, and then started doing like wine glass things with like ocean.
Oh wow.
So like, you know, so it's like there's sand in there, and
that's really cool. Wow. What got you guys into that?
This girl at her like vet school used to make coasters, and they were super super cool. And so like I bought some of them from her, and I was looking at them, and I was like, this has to be super fun to do. And so like I started YouTubing stuff on how to do it, and I was like, I gotta do this. And so I just bought a bunch of stuff for it, and then like wife ended up getting super into it as well, and so she's just like, let's go resin all the time. And so we just have tons and tons of resin stuff, and we sell them, and you know, people buy them for like Christmas gifts, and it's mainly like Christmas gifts.
You got to create some rad like Diamondo Fit channel, you know, like swag or something. That'd be really cool.
It's just like it's kind of time consuming, and it's there's not a lot of space in there. And right now she's got like a bunch of so like I wanted to start making like big. Oh yeah, I have like huge pieces. So like these big.
Also, I love like the pattern is like
huge pieces, like big.
It's like such like that. It reminds me of like all the stuff I had in the 80s, like the shirts I had, the backpacks, you know, like early 90s.
Like she's more into doing the ocean stuff, and I'm more into doing like stuff that looks like I don't know, like nebulas and like space like things. Sure. So I like doing that. So it's nice that we have like two different styles. So we're not just like both doing a bunch of like ocean wave stuff. So
yeah. Well, and you can explore and experiment with it. Yeah. Right. Tab says that's cute AF. That's right. Tabs. And welcome, Allie. Welcome in. We're hanging out with Daya. You probably know him better than I do, so that's why I'm getting to know him. The sensitive side here, dude. And like that's what I love too. I've heard you talk a little bit about it. We might have done it in your channel too. I can't remember if you're talking about or somebody else's channel talking about anime. And again, you know, like buff dude goofing around on camera, and then later we're talking about anime. I know. I think you were making fun of us. You're like, or you and Acro.
Always like, the weebs,
fucking 30-year-old weebs learning Japanese.
Yeah.
But like, what's that kind of side of you? Like, I thought you said recently, did you say you were bullied or something? Like, were you pretty nerdy growing up or no?
Oh yeah, I was very bullied. I weighed like 50 pounds through high school. So it was, you know, nerdy, really only had like, you know, and high school was like my high school experience was essentially like all those teen movies that came out in the 90s, where it's like everybody has the cliques, and there's like the jocks and the cheerleaders and the goth kids and the misfits and the kids that smoke weed, like that was my straight up my high school experience.
Yeah.
It was like everybody had their clique. We didn't really have a clique. Like our clique was our like core friend group of like 5 people. And we just kind of like hung out with each other and played N64. It was like
nice.
Let's have sleepovers and play Smash Brothers all night.
Yeah, let's have a LAN party, guys. Yeah. I'll bring copies of the disc.
Exactly. Yeah. LAN parties, Diablo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like Command and Conquer, original Warcraft, not that World of Warcraft bullshit.
I like it. You're a Warcraft purist. Like, give me that RTS any day. That dumbass MMO bullshit.
I don't want to see this MMO.
And then, fuck you, Leroy Jenkins. Fuck you.
Like, the only anime that like my core friend group was really into was Dragon Ball Z. So it was like that. I mean, that was like we like after school. I mean, if I didn't have gymnastics practice after school, like we would go to somebody's house and we'd watch like Power Rangers. I know we're teenagers, get fucked. Who cares? We're like teenage, and then like we're like, oh, we got to switch over because then Pokemon would come on, and right after Pokemon was Dragon Ball Z. So we're like, all right, well we'll watch Pokemon, and then we'll watch Dragon Ball Z. And so that's kind of how, and it's like original. Like started with the Saiyan saga and everything. So I haven't really kept up with Dragon Ball Z since after, original Dragon. Like I saw Dragon Ball GT. That's not canon. I know.
Yeah. There's something so fascinating with like Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, all that stuff. It's like the different colors, like the different colors.
Power Rangers is so sick. Like we like, even as like when we were in, because I probably started watching Power Rangers in elementary school. It was like when the originals came out, like early 90s. And we all were very secretive about that we watched, because we saw some of the kids like openly talk about watching Power Rangers in like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. And they just would get brutally picked on. We're like, no, we're not admitting that shit. We're like, you loser. Watch Power Rangers.
I can't believe it.
It's like, I mean, internally we're like, oh, that was such a sick episode, though.
Yeah. Afterwards, after you like throw them to the wolves, you're like, are you okay? Yeah. When what was his name? Rocky? No, that's Three Ninjas.
Tommy.
Jason. That was his name. Jason and Tommy. Yeah.
Tommy.
The two.
Tommy's always constantly AFK. Like the
dude's like bad, and then bad again, and then bad. They're like, I don't know, take this color, take this color, take this color.
He's the best.
Oh my gosh. Well, and he made a career of that, which is amazing.
Yeah, he's a legit for like 20 MMA years. Fighter.
Well,
he's
and
a
then
legit MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the guy that played Jason stabbed a guy with a sword, ironically.
Oh shit. I did not ever hear that.
I'm pretty sure he went to prison for stabbing a guy with a sword.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Did he think it was like some kind of, Japanese cartoon sword or something? Like, oh my gosh.
I think it was like a Florida man situation, and where he was Florida man, and he just kind of,
Oh my gosh. There's chat is loving it. How dare you love something, loser? Acro thought Jason was more of a Billy. Go degen Rangers. Oh my gosh. Who did it? College Humor did a really funny thing called Zordon is a racist, which is really great.
Yeah,
it's like Zordon summons the teams, and they've got like a Native American guy, and he's like, you will be the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. And then the Asian girl's like, you will be the Yellow Ranger. And then I think the black guy's like, wait a second. And then he's like, you will be. And he's like, don't say black. It's so great. It's like, no, because you have the qualities of blah, blah. It's so good. I was a huge Power Ranger nerd too. The first like movie I made was stop motion animation of Power Rangers. So I don't know if it exists. I have to check with my friend in Florida if he still has it. But oh my gosh,
fellow camcorder stop animation purist.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And then the degen channels will appreciate this. We did a spoof on Men in Black called so you have Men in Black, and then this was women in pink panties. It was us running around in like pink lingerie. It was not sexy at all and not sexual. It was the weirdest thing. And I look back as I'm saying it and I'm like, what the fuck
Well,
was
that's why
going
they had
on?
those memory erasers.
That's
You
right.
didn't see shit here.
Yeah. We had those. We didn't let anyone see it. Yeah. Did you know, what was it? Saban. So he's like, oh, there's this really popular show in Japan. I want to do it here. And basically he just took their action sequences and then filmed the American cast without the suits on, which is why it always looked like a completely different location and whatever.
Wait, no shit. They did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
Half
did
the
not
show
know
or
that.
2/3 of the
That's
show
hilarious.
is the Japanese
That's
show.
way funnier to me now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, they really just like lowered the production quality.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And it's totally 100% that kind of Japanese, Godzilla monster battle. And they just stole that. And that's how he made, I don't know, billions of dollars with toy money. There's a good episode of the shows that made us, maybe, or the movies that made us, something on Netflix.
The toys that made us, the movies that I've seen.
Yeah. So it's in there, Netflix. Which is So I think we're of an age too. Like, did you just turn 38? Maybe
I did.
Or you're going to
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's awesome.
2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday.
2 weeks ago, almost to the day. 2 weeks ago, yesterday.
Did you have any did you reflect at all, or you just like, I don't know, just
I did not reflect.
Just moving on. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's a Wednesday.
I was thinking, I saw Trey Kennedy or somebody was doing some comedy on like birthdays, and I was like, oh man, 40 is not too far away. And then I was like, what does that mean? And then as I said, what does that mean? I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna go do something else.
I mean, I guess, from that aspect, I guess I kind of did some reflect, because if you had told me 20 years ago, when I was 18, that I would look the way I do now, I would have laughed in your face. I would have been like, you're out of your fucking, I'm never going to the gym. That's super douchey. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, no way. Like I envisioned myself as a young man that I would at least stay, like, I don't know, fit. Like I don't have, everyone in my family is pretty thin, but but now it's like, oh wow, I am in way better shape than I have ever been in my entire life. This is crazy.
Yeah. Where do you think that goes? Where do you want that to go?
I mean, it'd be nice to have a pro card, but what am I going to do with a pro card unless I just start blasting so much gear?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's I mean, it would be neat just to have, you're like, yeah, I got a pro card, but like, who knows if that's really in the cards, right? But
yeah, I mean, and that's, I feel like that's kind of a great perspective to have. Like, you are working towards something, and I'm sure you're busting your ass, because I think I creeped on Instagram and saw some of the, photos over like the last year and stuff. But you're not going to be crushed if it doesn't happen this time,
No. And I mean, the older I get, like, who knows if that's even something I want to continue to pursue. Like, I still will pursue the, the God physique, if you will. But it's, I mean, eventually there's got to be like some checks and balances there. It's like, is this really worth, putting extra strain on my health to pursue something that I really could just don't really need to put strain on my health for. So
yeah, is it kind of the level that you're training at? Does that put what is it? Maybe a strain that could negative affect you later? I guess I'm not that familiar with strength training or bodybuilding in that regard.
I'm unsure. Just like, my dad and his dad had a lot of health problems, so now he is by far healthier than his father was, and I am by far healthier, debatably, than my father is. So it's the fuck, ghosts are in here. So it's I don't know if any of those health issues are ever going to rear their heads towards, I mean, I'll probably have prostate cancer at some point, but
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, I heard 50% of us men will die with it, but hopefully not many of us not die from it,
oh,
but die with it.
with it.
Like it's
Yeah.
just something very common that happens, and as long as it just
Yeah.
sits there, it's fine. But
I
yeah,
mean, my grandfather had it, my dad had it. It's like, let's roll those dice.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it's definitely genetic.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean, so
at
you
least I'm
probably don't
not
have to wait
bald.
till you know. Oh my
Got
gosh,
him.
it's so nice to not be bald,
Right? God damn.
right? Oh my gosh.
God
But
damn.
but I don't know. Acro's pretty hairy everywhere else, right?
He
So I think
is.
it makes up
Which
for it. Like,
it's exactly the opposite for me.
yeah,
I have
I've got
no
nothing.
hair
Yeah,
and then all the hair.
yeah.
You can't have both.
Let's see. Tabs is asking,
Shut bald.
are you the biggest at family reunions?
Like, yeah, like muscle mass wise, most definitely. Nobody anywhere in my family is lifting weights.
Sorry, and then somebody else, the shut bald. That's great. That's our Brazilian friends, I think. Um, yeah. So, um, male prostitute just jumped in. That's a great name. Call out Ari Senpai.
Good old
Shut
prostitute.
shut bald. So what was like gymnastics was kind of your thing growing up? Did you have anything else that was
Um,
kind of big for you?
I mean, sports wise, I played hockey. And I did a lot of hiking because I grew up in Southeast Alaska. So there's a lot of
Oh,
hiking and fishing and hunting and a lot of backwoods. I'm fine if I lose myself in the woods forever and no one ever finds me.
a lot of
Kind of thing.
survival. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that.
That's
But
wild.
like other than that, it
You
was
grew up
just
in
like,
southern Alaska
yeah, Southeast Alaska. Yeah,
or
so
southeast?
yeah,
Wow.
and but other than that, it was just like video games because if it's raining
Okay.
outside, which it's usually raining outside,
Mm,
you know, we were just playing video games as kids, so and that just
right.
kind of stuck with me forever. It was sort of my escape from reality.
Hmm.
Still kind of is. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any siblings? Did you grow up with any siblings?
I have 3 siblings.
Oh, nice. What are they? What's the order and stuff?
It's me, my brother, and then my 2 sisters, all
Okay.
younger than I. So
Ooh, so you're the oldest. So
yeah,
were you straight
I'm the
laced?
oldest.
Were you the one pushing the boundaries? Which one were you?
I pushed all the boundaries. I pushed
Yeah.
all the boundaries and reaped all those fun consequences.
And then
So
the younger siblings got to have
she
it a
got
little bit.
away. I'm pretty sure she just had an actual Dexter kill room because she was getting away with murder.
Literal murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say
And
it
my
was?
mom,
Oh, so it was a brother and then 2 sisters. You said.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember asking my mom, I was like, what the hell? Like, she can just, it's a school night. She's coming home at 1 a.m. and you don't even
Uh,
care. And she's like, yeah, I'm done parenting. I'm like, what? It's like, she's
oh my gosh,
16, man.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So she was, I mean, she's 10 years younger than me. So, she was sort of a surprise, you know?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting your tubes tied apparently doesn't work.
I think Tabs was just talking about that the other day in chat. I don't know how that came up. I just that's what I love. You just jump in and you're like, what the hell is going on in here? Yeah, I have 3 sisters. One's older, 2's younger. The older sister was so straight laced, and then I was the one who pushed boundaries, but like barely. Like I'm coming home from college and like spending the summer at home, and they're like, "All right, you're going to be in at 10." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa, whoa!"
I'm an adult,
Yeah,
goddammit.
I know. And they're like, "Well, you're staying in our house, so you're going to stay by
That's
our
what my
rules."
parents said.
Oh my gosh. Well, and
If you
I'll
stay at
probably
our house, you
say
go to church. I'm like, I don't want to
I'll
go to church.
I'll say I'll say almost the same things, but it won't be as dumb and arbitrary because they'd be like, you know what, you can't go out and hang out with your friends this Saturday night. Well, why? Well, you just had a lot of activities going on, and we need family time. Okay, what are we gonna do? Nothing. No
We're gonna
plan.
sit on the couch,
You just
watch
can't do anything.
television as a
Yeah,
family.
we're gonna watch the programs. Married with Children. Yeah.
Classic show.
Um, yeah, that's funny. So I have a bunch of kids, and it's parenting is always changing, which is funny. I saw a great meme.
Define a bunch.
6.
What the fuck? Oh my god, this man has a litter.
It keeps
6
happening. I
kids.
don't know why.
Oh my goodness. It keeps happening. I mean, I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I'm pretty sure I can tell you how it keeps happening.
If anybody wants to lend a hand, I could really use some help. But like, it's so funny because like, yeah, we would watch Married with Children like as kids, or like I remember seeing like Freddy Krueger on like HBO or something. And like now it's like Bluey, and like that show's cute as fuck, but also it's way different. It's like an Australian shepherd. It's like a Australian public broadcasting show about like a cartoon dog's family. Cutest fucking thing ever.
Peppa Pig.
But yeah, yes, it's much better than Peppa Pig. But it's not the same as Married with Children. You know, it doesn't have the same qualities in it. So
you got to teach your kids young by showing them that show of how to properly run a household.
Well, and that's why people are like, oh, can they watch Indiana Jones? It's got some of that that demon priest and what. I'm like, yes, like that show. Like I was watching that when I was like I don't know, like 3 years old. It was later than that, but I was watching Aliens when I was like 5. Yeah,
I think I saw Indiana Jones. Temple of Doom was the first one I ever saw, and I think I was like 7 when I saw that.
Exactly. We turned out fine. There's nothing wrong with us. We're totally fine. Totally fine.
You know, Holy Grail's like fine when you just watch people like Lost Ark, just watch their faces melt a bunch of times. We like rewinded that.
Magic desiccation. Yeah. Yeah. We had one horror film. Yeah. Who never used VHSs? We don't have too young of a crowd. Sometimes we get some people who might not.
That would be an interesting poll. Who here?
Yeah.
Not a VHS DVD combo, just straight VHS.
Yes, and who like would go and get the VHS from the Blockbuster, right? And or have a fee if you didn't rewind it. Right.
That's what my parents bought one of those, just like a rewinder, and you just and it was super. I was like, how is this not destroying?
Because it's so fast.
It would you shut it and press the button, and it'd be like, whee! Like there's no way this is not ruining.
Yes. Tape, well, and you'd get one of those to not ruin the playheads on your VHS, right? Player, but yeah, Holder Heck says, nah, man, we had Betamax. Betamax. Hey man,
the first porn I ever saw was on Betamax.
Well, and Betamax was around for a year, and then they got sued, and I think that's why VHS came out.
Oh yeah, this was like a mid 70s porn. I'm pretty sure, maybe early 70s.
It sounds so wonderful.
There was
really selling
there was some awesome 70s Bush.
super high quality.
Super
on
Bush.
The Beta.
Yeah.
And then what was that after that? So that Beta wasn't a thing because they got in the lawsuit. And then what was the other one with Blu-ray? There was Blu-ray and then
Laserdisc.
Well, no, because Laserdisc was still before that. So those are actually super high fidelity.
Because they were really great format.
The
big. It's like a record.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like uncompressed is why it was so good. Maybe it was HD DVD. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
HD
and Xbox had it and they lost. Dude, I forgot about Blu-ray. Tabs. Blu-ray still exists.
Isn't Blu-ray the standard movie format now?
Yeah, it's the disc format, which likely we won't have another physical format. No,
which is great because I've been compiling movies digitally since I don't know 2004.
Like you're copying them, like you have a Plex server or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I do have a Plex server, but yeah.
Dude, I mean, I love how nerdy you are.
So every Tuesday, I used to go to Walmart because the new movies would be released to buy at Walmart, and they were, and you could always get them for $2 cheaper on Tuesday. So I could get, and it was always like the 2 biggest movies. For some odd reason, it was 2 every time. And so they would, if you bought both the brand new movies, you would get them $2 off each. And so I'd get both those movies. for $46.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had tons and tons of movies, like boxes, and I was like, I need to do something with these movies, because moving, like, I would move pretty much once a year. And I was like, I gotta, when you're living in an apartment, you're like,
Yeah. You
I
just
gotta
want
do
to chuck
something
them.
about these movies. And
Yeah.
then they started, like, digital, like just portable hard drives started becoming more popular. And so I started with a 500 gigabyte one that I bought for $150. And every time they would come out with a new one, it would
Yeah.
still be about $125, $150. But like the
Yeah.
next one I
Yeah.
bought was
It was
1
like
terabyte.
doubling or yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one I bought was 2 terabytes. And I
Yep.
think the one I have now is 4 terabytes. And I've had that one for quite a long time, and I haven't had to buy another one. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
all, and I don't even have physical movies anymore. It's just all
Yeah. Yeah.
on digital.
That's kind of what I do sometimes with the Red Box, because if you just wait long enough, they'll send you coupons. So then on a Tuesday, I'll go get a free movie, rip it, send it back, put it on the server,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the movies aren't getting any bigger, so they're all
No,
24 to 50 gigs big, whereas drives are getting a little bit more efficient. So
well, so I
that's your
started.
nerd talk for the night.
I actually stopped. Like, I like compress mine to the ones that I had, because I was like, these are too big. So I would try to get them in the range of like 3 to 8 gigs.
Oh,
And
sure.
then anytime I pirated, the the old Pirate Bay, not a thing anymore.
This is
You
so
can
good.
still do it, or use like BitTorrent.
Or the Napster,
I was getting, yeah, Napster. I was getting
LimeWire.
like 700 megabyte movies. That's just like standard
Mm,
quality movie. It's not like great, but then now
yeah,
as I'm
sure.
going through some of my movies, I'm like, man, I should really upgrade this. So I started upgrading all of my older movies to
Mm,
be like higher quality. And so now I just slowly go through like once a month, I'll just like mass download the movies that I already have at better
nice.
quality. So it's
Nice.
getting better. But
Yeah, yeah. I love that. It's a weird thing too, thinking with all the streaming services. Like, I don't know. You're like, the power goes out. What are we gonna do? You're like, I guess we could talk to each other like human beings.
yeah. So
Maybe we
oddly
don't
enough,
have 1,000 hours of movies to watch, but okay.
my main reason for getting, and this is gonna sound like way dorky. The main reason I was like, man, what if I just have to like disappear one day and live in the woods with like a portable, like like solar setup in the woods somewhere, like a weird
Yeah. How am I
hermit.
gonna watch my tapes?
Exactly. So I was like, I got a laptop.
Uh,
I can get a thing. You can power a laptop with
yeah.
solar power. I'll just have all my movies digital, and I
Oh
could
my gosh.
literally live in the middle of nowhere for the rest of my life just fine.
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. Here, let's
Completely.
hit the wheel. Let's hit the wheel before we get too much nerdier. I might have to put a second pair of glasses on, but I do have these already. They're pretty nerdy.
Just gotta tape
Um,
them in the middle.
there you go. Here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel again. Completely legally too. That puppy needs a good pet. Looking so hard for affection. Oh, the puppers. Okay. 30-second handstand push-ups. All right.
30-second handstand push-ups.
Yeah, I'll start the timer and give the wave.
Where the hell am I supposed? Hold on, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna do this.
What's up, Zero?
Oh, I can do it over there, I think.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to move my camera.
Sure. And then let's see. Let's see. Do you work out in the garage? I forget. Yeah, you're in the garage. Yeah.
I'm in the basement.
Or right now you're in the basement. Do you work out in the garage though?
No, in the basement.
Oh,
So like,
wait.
yeah.
No,
So like,
I thought that on the right side there's a garage door.
no, that's the backyard. So like, this is my basement,
Yeah.
and then I go through that door right there, and that's more of my basement, and that goes to the backyard.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you just have a window to the outside in your gym.
Yeah, it's like
Dude, that's nice.
I mean,
I always thought it was like a gym garage. I was like, oh, you get nice light.
Oh, yeah, it's like it's a French door that goes to the backyard.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So you can hear me. I won't be able to hear you, but I'll get that timer going, and then we'll do We'll do our push-ups, and whoever wins gets the big prize. All right. You ready?
No.
Oh, it's okay. You get like a 5-second leadway. Okay. Here we go. And 5, 4. You have to count yourself down. 3, 2, go.
Shit. I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I fucked up. Where's my handstands? What is it, 7? Oh. Shoulders.
Dude, I bailed.
I did 7. I did 7. My shoulders hurt.
Dude, I got 6. I stopped at one point because I was about to fall, and that was like the dumbest thing ever. Oh my gosh. That was good. Get that blood flowing. What's the big prize is the question. I don't know. We got to come up with some prizes. Maybe Daya can or Jason can create some swag as prizes. That'd be rad.
Well, now my shoulders hurt. Good.
Let's see. Now the only thing we have left physically, I think, is push-ups. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna hit another one because we've been talking a long time, which is awesome. I want to make sure we get through all 9 of these babies. It's part of it, part of the entertainment. What do we got? It burns. Thanks, male prostitute, for that follow. It burns. Truth and dare. There's no dare. I guess the dare is the burniness. So
I gotta get my hot sauce.
You'll have to run and get that. We'll see how well your headphones work. The last couple times I've used a buffalo wing sauce that was pretty spicy, but I don't like the taste. So I got this Cholula, but it's a garlic chili Cholula. I think this might be a really bad choice. Like I'm going to be burping garlic all night or something, but Jason's currently going and getting his hot sauce. It burns. Tell us the truth. Gym basement only. Big ass basement. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll do a little plug. Next week, we've got Plus Ultra Eddie on Tuesday. And Chris, Terrible Hime, is going to be on next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. So that'll be fun. We're getting spreading out, getting more people.
See, like Cholula.
There you are. Cholula.
Well, I'm also going to be a savage and add Buffalo Wild Wings sauce.
Ooh.
Habanero sweet. And this shit is hot. So I'm going to take my little, I don't know how much I'm supposed to do here, but
I do an ounce. I measured it on the food scale as a shot.
Oh boy. This stuff is
you're like squeezing it out.
Thick. Also, this is absurdly hot, by the way. This mango habanero.
Ooh. But it tastes so good.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Until it comes out your beehole.
Dude, if you need a good cleanse, like a Buffalo Wild Wing cleanse, I'm down with it. We used to do the Buffalo Challenge when a new employee would come. We'd bring them and do the challenge. So I've done it probably about 4 times, and I've completed it 3 times. But they don't give you shit anymore for it. So
I'm regretting this 100% already.
It's gonna be good. So
this is probably way more than an ounce.
Yeah, that's a large shot glass. That's like 2.5 or 3 ounces.
This is a 2. I think this is a 2-ounce shot glass.
All right. So when you get ready, we're gonna shoot it, and then you're gonna tell us something true.
Fuck.
Something deep. We're gonna get deep here.
I already hate
it. Deep into Daya.
Okay.
Everybody's dreams. Here we go. All right. Cheers.
Yep. That's
okay. That's a lot spicier.
Oh wow. Feel that
habanero. The flavor's better.
In my soul.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be smelly later.
apologize, butthole.
Oh, just get some good wipes, man.
I only use wet wipes
Some
exclusively.
flushable wipes. You know, I kind
Only
of want to
wet
get
wipes.
into the bidet. I want to get into the bidet. I
I would
feel like that
too.
would be really nice.
I don't know much about the bidet,
Oh.
but it seems invasive.
You don't want just like a squirt of water, just
I
right in
mean,
your
not
brown
that I
eye.
don't want it. I just, is it really? Does it get everywhere? I don't know. I've never used one.
I don't actually know. My brother-in-law has one, and my wife was helping one of my kids on it, and they tried it, and it just sprayed all over her back.
See,
I was
I'm
like,
worried about
you're
that.
not sitting right. You got to reach out and just say, how you feeling? You warming you up?
Yeah, my anus regrets this immediately. So,
all right, tell me something true.
Something true.
Something deep.
Oh man, I don't even know what that means. Something true.
What do you dream about?
Oh, what do I dream about? Sometimes I wish I could just disappear on like a catamaran and just forever and just sail around the world forever on a catamaran by myself.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows where I went. They're like, where the fuck did he go? Nobody. Just like pick up and leave. Wife doesn't know. Nobody knows. It's like,
just yeah, and maybe you show up in Southeast Alaska. You know, who knows? From the catamaran.
Yeah.
What what do you do professionally? Is it stressful? Is it super stressful?
I am an architect.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that.
I am the architect vis-a-vis concordantly. It is not that, it's not that stressful most times, but there are times it can get pretty stressful, especially when people make unrealistic deadlines and they expect you to keep those deadlines. That sucks.
Yeah.
Especially in my business where it's like nothing is an emergency. If like don't call me and say something is an emergency. If you have an emergency, call 911. Like
yeah.
It's like it can wait. Like it can't wait. It can wait.
So are you like drawing stuff up?
Yeah, I design I design stuff, I block stuff out. I mean I take everything from initial concept all the way to, permit submission and construction documents and construction administration. And I basically am like 10 people's jobs for a project. Our firm is really small. There's only 6 of us, and we're doing projects individually that should have teams of like minimally like 4 to 6 other people. But it's just you.
Yeah.
And so occasionally, more often than not, it'll be like we'll come into the office and it'll be like, all hands on deck. We need to get this certain project out. If anybody can help this person with this project get out, like please help this person. So
and then
we're pretty good about
also get your shit done quick.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that at the agency we've got 8 employees, and it's kind of that small enough to be dangerous, but small enough that it hurts as well. Like that, like I've just got a pile of proposals and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then something comes up and I have to deal with it, or I got to help somebody else with a project, and it's like, well, I still have this pile I'm working on. So just so you're aware, multiple hats type of thing.
I'm actually not that busy right now, ironically.
But you still want to go on the catamaran?
Yeah. It's like I follow a lot of YouTube sailing channels. So I'm at work just like watching YouTube sailing channels, and I'm like, fuck, this is awesome.
You got like, sailing on one side and acro on the other.
It's like 5 different Twitch. It's like the corner of one of my screens is just like 5 different Twitch tabs open.
Nice.
That I'm just lurking in. And then usually I have one on YouTube with like, I don't know, like breaking points on or something. And then I'll get bored of that and throw like more plates, more dates. So I'm like, oh, another sailing video popped open. I'll pop that one open. Or like your mom's house will drop a podcast. I'm like, I'm all over the internet while at work. It's
and you're kind of able to do that, like have that other noise going while you're
yeah.
doing your other
If
stuff,
I
architecting?
don't have other noise, I can't focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I need it. Like in college, I was doing like my homework with the television on. It's like I just sit there, the television would be on. Wouldn't really like I could always easily look up, take a break.
Yeah.
I could hear it, but it's not, So
Yeah, I think there's something to that. Like, if my wife's like, we should talk, like, not like, hey, I need to talk to you, like, super serious, but it's like, hey, let's talk. Let's have an enjoyable chat together. I'm like, okay, can we do something while we're doing it? Because I can't just sit and talk. Like, even right now, it's like, okay, looking at this, looking at that, making sure things are working, and like that kind of occupies part of the brain, and then I can focus on the conversation. It's like a ADD. Kids were broken in the 80s. Thanks to Nintendo, probably.
Definitely that. Yeah.
Tab's got some really great questions too. What's your darkest secret?
Oh, I don't think
this is the place to
I don't think we need to delve into that one.
Been arrested or broken the law?
I have been
Why am I
arrested.
drinking this?
I have broken the law many times, and I have been arrested.
Been
twice.
caught. That's the question. Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, I was arrested for my DUI, so I got caught doing that. Got caught doing that in my early 20s, so that was fun.
Can't wait for self-driving cars. Just take the driving away from me.
Right? Yeah. And then let's see. Yeah, I've done a lot of illegal things. Some,
all right. Is there any police here? If there's law enforcement in the house, you have to say that you're law enforcement.
Yeah. I used to not be a great member of society. Just further perpetuating just drug abuse on people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want some cocaine?
You'd like this. Why don't you try some more?
It's like classic. Man, I wish you're at a bar. Man, I wish I had some cocaine. Me too. Oh yeah. Follow me. I got some cocaine for you.
Wait, why did you say I wish I had some?
Exactly.
It's a good
like, wait, you had some this whole time. It's like, yeah. It's called marketing.
Yeah. It's called showmanship. That's why we're here. Yeah. So let's see. You're an architect. You're doing this. Do people know that you stream? Like, do you tell your family or your coworkers, or
they don't need to know about that? My coworkers don't need to know anything about my private life.
Is that like not you don't hang out a lot out of work, or not a lot of, I don't know, community or friendship there?
Everyone I work with except for two people are boomers. So
okay.
Yeah. And the two people that aren't boomers, they're 40, so they're my age, but they they have kids, so they have a family. So it's like they both of them go and go
do
home.
Familial things.
Yeah, they go home and feed their kid and watch Netflix probably. I don't
You watch a little Bluey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say, are you married, or you have a significant other?
I am not actually married, but
okay.
For all intents and purposes, I'm basically married. But
sure.
The only difference is it's not on paper.
Beyonce, did
file taxes together?
You put a ring on it? In our state, in Wisconsin,
I did not
you can
put a ring on it.
Okay.
If it ain't
Beyonce's
broke, don't
so
fix
mad.
it.
Do you have, like, do you guys talk about that, like family plans, or this good for now, or like what's
Yeah, we talk about it fairly often. I mean,
because being from 4, like even back then people were like, what, 4?
2 is
what the hell,
2 is the max. 2 is the max. And she's a psychopath, and she's like, we should just like somehow just genetically have twins, and then we just get it done.
Just all in one.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do Irish twins.
It's not like 10 times worse. She's like, yeah, but you only do it once. I'm like, that's fair.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have a baby in the house right now, and it's very enjoyable. And we have friends and have a baby, and we're like, oh, let me hold your baby. Okay, that's enough. That's
But
good.
I have
We're
been told
good.
though, like, when kids are on the table, I get to become stay-at-home papa. So
Oh, really?
don't threaten me with a good time.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
Right?
That you'd obviously have to do all that work, and there's a shit ton of
Miss
work, but
so much
you'd
work.
you'd be able to do your own schedule with this type of thing. So
Yes.
you get that card,
Yes. I'm
get
like,
that.
hey, I'm with the baby all night. It's cool because I don't have to go to work. So now I can sleep while the baby's sleeping any fucking time I want.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 4 naps today, and in between
Mhm.
that, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
stream once and work on the next competition, right? So you get your
Have
pro
the
card
baby monitor,
part.
have just chill out in the pool and just be like, we're good.
What's Acro saying? Whatever families do. I don't know how to read that sentence. Sorry. Not gonna
I
be
think
as
it's
cool as he
whatever,
thinks.
families do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not gonna be as cool. Yeah. There's days when you're like, just imagine the worst qualities of the people you work with, or
Oh,
your
for
your
sure.
other family members, and then people who can't be reasoned with. And you're like, okay, there's someone just screaming in the corner right
Yeah.
now.
I lived
I
with
have to
my
be okay with that.
Yeah, I lived with one of my good friends, and they have kids, and oh my,
Also, when
sometimes
it's not your kids, like that's
mm,
doubly worse.
mm, you're just like,
Yeah.
holy hell. They were pretty good about it though. Like they're not like bad kids, but it's like sometimes you're just like, holy hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You're also like,
This is
is somebody gonna
wild.
come parent? Somebody gonna parent these kids? I'll parent these kids.
So
Yeah.
it's like, huh. I mean, they were pretty good at parenting. So there was
Sure.
when dad walked into the room, she was like, oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and not keep acting up because
Yeah.
dad's gonna give you something to cry about
This is
for
done. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Ooh, that reminds me. Did your parents ever use a wooden spoon? My parents
All
did.
the
That
time.
was that was like there was like the one parenting trick that our parents got. Like there was one parenting book, and it was like, don't want to leave
Spoon.
marks, use a wooden spoon.
And then the
Oh my
spoon
gosh.
broke a lot.
Yes.
Um, but
So
then
much.
so Kool-Aid came out with this, like you could buy like Kool-Aid in like little bins in the 90s instead of like the packets. And
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
a
Yep, the
while,
plastic bins.
yeah, so for a while, Kool-Aid, I want to
Oh.
say it was from Costco. It would come in a 3-pack of different flavors from Costco, and it came with a plastic spoon, a stir spoon, plastic stir spoon with his fucking face cut out of the spoon. That shit didn't break. And not only
Yeah.
did it not break, it had holes in the spoon. So it was like whoosh. So you just had
Yeah,
the
you got the
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid man's
man's
face
face
on your ass.
just on your ass multiple times. It was terrible.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Never
Yeah,
broke.
that's pro parenting right there.
No more wire hangers.
Yeah,
Wow, that's dark.
no, we're gonna heat them up and hit you on the feet with them.
Yeah, I got the belt a few times. I think the belt was. I would prefer the spoon
Sure.
over the belt. I
Yeah.
I probably would prefer the spoon over my dad's hand too. Like that was like there's just so much more surface area. There's like
Yeah. Well, and I feel like you could get it harder. Like my mom
yeah,
used the spoon. My dad just would jump up from the table and I would flee.
just
That type of deal.
just welted
Yeah.
butt. Like all it's like like it was the worst part was when like we all got in trouble and the and like the and like
Just an
my
assembly line.
youngest sister was like too young, right? But it was like
Mm,
the three of us. It was like because the one sister was like 7 or 8, and so my youngest sister was 3. She's like like she's not getting in trouble. She's a fucking toddler.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
it was like me, and so like my younger sister was like 7 or 8. I'm like 12, 13, and my brother is like 10. And so we would just get lined up and it's like, and you would just watch. He made us watch, or
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh, that would almost
fuck.
be worse.
And it was
Yeah.
like, and like
And you're like
the
waiting. Oh.
youngest wouldn't get it as bad, like it wouldn't get as many, and so it would be like I was always last, and it was like I just watched my sister get like 3 solid spankings.
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
oh, God damn it. And there's like, he started with 3. I am fucked. And it was like, my brother would go, he'd get like
Do you
5
ever
or
hope
6.
he just gets a little bit tired? Like he just
Yeah. And then it was like, my brother would go and he'd get like 5 or 6. I was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. And I would just like mentally just
Oh my
prepare
gosh.
myself for just straight pain. And
Mhm.
like, and when they were done, they had to stand to the side and continue to watch like all
Oh
the
my
pain.
gosh.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like just the
Is this what you
scream,
want?
just
Is
the
this what you want?
screaming, just
Yeah.
like uh,
Uh yeah.
so
Well,
many
yeah.
apologies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Ah, God.
that's not a thing in the books these days.
No,
But
no.
my 5-year-old's the funniest. She's like the sweetest, and so when she does something bad, it's like she punched her brother in the face. So
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
she's
okay.
got to do stuff like that. It's like,
Oh,
all right, what do you think a punishment is for hitting somebody else? It's like slap in the hand. Like, okay, which hand? And she'll be like, so then it's more of a token thing, but she will just bawl because now they're in a place where they kind of understand the severity of their actions to some degree. And so like the toddler, the almost 3-year-old be like, that was not good. Sit down on the stairs. And then she just immediately loses it. So I feel like I'm getting to a similar level without as much work. But our parents tried their best, right? They
yeah.
had one book. We have books and podcasts and lots of bullshit that's not helpful at all. Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
no.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm curious too because it's like we know so much now. We're
Do we?
so advanced. We're
Do
so
we?
evolved. I know. I'm like, fuck that. Like we're not.
We don't know
We're
anything.
like, I feel like we're getting dumber with all the information that we have access to. Um, Ben, Holderhack. I think you said Chad one time on your stream, so I kept calling you Chad. And then I think I talked about you on Beowulf's stream, and so he jumped into your stream like the day later and called you Chad. And you're like, "What the fuck? I'm not Chad." Um,
Yeah, he's bad.
Ben, they had 0 books. Yeah, I don't think they had books. They had like grandma, pent up aggression and baggage. Yeah, I mean, we all kind of do to some degree, but yeah, some of them a little older, maybe had some war trauma. That's some fucked up stuff.
You can't flee. That's like I've seen enough horror movies. Fleeing never works. They just kind of
Yeah,
we'll get
one by one.
you.
Yeah.
It's like you hide under
Split
the
up.
bed. Like okay, because they've never hid under a bed before. Oh, where could they possibly be?
Yeah. Did you ever see Ernest Scared Stupid?
I did not
The
see that
Ernest
one.
movies?
I think the
Okay.
only
The
Ernest I've
kids.
ever seen was Goes to Camp.
I mean, it's basically that, but Halloween.
Okay.
And there's trolls and these troll monsters, and they're like in bed hiding from the troll monsters, and like, oh, good, the troll's not here. And then they hear something, and they look under the bed, nothing. Roll back up, and the troll's there.
Classic.
That traumatized me. Yeah,
Classic.
that was a good Ernest. What does Tab say? Lol. My dad was 19. His books were Playboy.
Good
All
books.
right, there you go. Yeah, they probably had some tips in there. They were like the male classy magazine at the time. Here, let's hit another spin. Let's hit another wheel. We're getting deep. We're just starting, starting to dig in deep to Mr. Jason. Ooh, this is fun. So this will be the gun show. I think I figured out how to make it work so that you can also hear the audio. So here's what happens.
Do I just go get all my guns and show them on the stream?
Yes.
Or...
You have to do. You've got to do a desk pop.
There's a lot.
You've got to do a desk pop. Yeah. Have you never done a desk pop?
Last desk pop was 08. 08.
Okay.
Holy shit, he did it.
Oh my gosh. That's so good. Yes. So I'm gonna start playing the Walk This Way, and you're gonna rip off your shirt and start flexing. I'm gonna join you because I've been watching you guys, so we're gonna give the people what they want.
Sexy time.
So yeah. And
Porn.
I think what'll actually happen is I'm going to lose my audio, but we'll jump back in, and you'll hear it because I'm gonna crank it the fuck up over here.
Oh, great.
So yeah, I have no idea how to do this, but you guys just kept doing it, and it looks so fun. So I wanted to join in.
It is pretty fun. You just kind of, I don't know. You just kind of look in the mirror and you see what's aesthetic.
Also, I'm doing it in a chair because I'd have to stand and be like this. I love it. I loved it too. You were doing it before we started, so I was like, "This will be good. This will be good." You're prepped.
This one.
JoJo poses.
Yeah, just look up JoJo poses.
Somebody the other day is like, "Do Dio." I'm like, I don't think I bend that way. Give the people what they want. There we go. Ooh, this is kind of a look. How's that?
Oh, it's a good look. Yeah.
We got to get more fashionable. The ladies got so many options, and we have like a shirt or no shirt, basically.
I mean, anything can be clothes if you're brave enough. So
that's true. I think if we can get you to your sub goal,
a bikini, nine more bikini.
Yeah, you have the bikini, bikini stream. Yeah. So you've competed and you are competing soon? Or you're cutting for a competition?
Yeah, I'm cutting for a competition in July.
Okay.
Yeah, I found out the show that I initially started cutting for in June is not a national show, so there's no point in doing it. So
oh, okay.
It's another national qualifier, and I'm way too cool for another national qualifier, so I don't gotta do that.
So you've already I think I saw in Instagram was the last one you did, you got like first place in a couple categories, and so you can do
I got first place
competition.
I got first place in all my divisions, and I won the overall for my division for the and so because of that I qualify for nationals through the end of this year. So I don't have to do any more regional shows this year. If I don't do a show this year, then I have to, and I don't really know how it works.
You got to redo it.
If you compete at a national show, if you have to re-qualify for a national show, I don't know how that works. So I'm just I'm gonna assume
if you competed it, like you'd be able to compete in it next year without having to re-qualify.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that, which is probably not true, but
somebody will tell you.
Yeah, somebody will tell me.
Yeah, what so your pro card you mentioned earlier, is that something you got to be a top 3 finisher, or how does that work?
At national shows, it's usually top 2 in each division. Get it. Usually. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. How many divisions are there? I'm not super familiar with the shows.
For me, it just depends. Usually national shows have a lot. There's usually like 6. There's like 5 to 6 height categories for me. And then just for men's physique, and then you have like classic physique that they have, the weight classes for them. Then you have the open bodybuilding guys that are just mass monsters, and then
Mm.
they have their stuff.
Yeah.
Which
Do you already
I
know
don't think there's
what
a
you're
height thing.
competing for?
The what?
Do you already know what you're competing for? Kind of what you're aiming for? What class? And
Men's physique again, because I'm pretty
okay.
sure if I switch divisions, I have to like qualify for that
Oh, sure.
division. So it's sort of
And that's the board shorts.
yeah. That's the muscle models, the which now is just open bodybuilding and board shorts. So we like to
Mhm.
make fun of it a lot. But it's if you're not into bodybuilding, it's like a good entry level like bodybuilding class just to like get you on stage and see what it feels like. And
Sure.
there's not a lot of posing involved, so it's sort of less stressful, I guess. But
You said there's not a lot of posing?
no, there's
Okay.
just two poses.
Okay.
It's just your front pose, your
Is it
back
just that
pose.
turn?
Yeah, and some people do the turn, some people do straight
Okay.
on. It just kind of you just kind of have to do which one fits your physique the best, like showcases your physique the best, I guess. But everybody's
Sure.
back shot is the same.
Mhm.
And then so there's
Yes.
just those two.
So what
Yeah.
does your training look like for that? Are
Well,
you just making shit up, or do you have somebody who helps you? Or
I mean, I initially made shit up, and then Ari actually, like the last couple of weeks before my show,
Hmm,
really ramped it up, and
nice.
it helped me a lot, and that was super helpful, and yeah, I attribute all of my win to that guy. Because
Mhm.
it's like so much wouldn't have like I could pose myself in the mirror, but without somebody else like seeing it and critiquing it and
Giving
doing
some
it, like
adjustments.
it's
Yeah.
you really don't know if you're doing something wrong or if there's a better way of doing something. And so it's just nice to have you can pose as much as you want on in front of a camera or in front of your own phone or a mirror, but if like nobody actually knows anything, like they're like,
Hmm.
yeah, you look great, but it's like he actually knows stuff. So
Hmm.
it was super helpful.
Yeah. And that's a great emote too. The Diamondo poser. Acro says he'd kiss that guy.
Mm, nice.
What
With tongue, I hope.
what does that look like for your kind of daily routine, with food and training?
Um, so I mean, like I'm cutting all the way through up until about a week before,
Hmm.
and then I'll load up on a bunch of carbs the previous weekend, and then slowly taper the carbs out. Um, and then but I'm basically just eating at maintenance for that last week. And I'm still training pretty hard up until about 2 days prior, and then mainly that whole like the 2 weeks leading up is just like nothing but like a constant like 10 to 15, 20 minutes of posing every day, like guaranteed.
Oh wow,
uh,
okay.
just
Just
so
just to get in the rhythm of that move,
yeah,
the
it's like you
pose.
don't
Okay.
it's like blind posing. So like the very last week I did a lot of like blind posing, so I was like I didn't do anything in the mirror. It was just like me with my phone, or it was like me turning the like or like Ari watching and like on stream, but I can't see myself, and I'm just doing my routine, and then like he goes
Oh,
through.
nice. Like it would be,
Or
yeah.
right, and then or it's like if I wasn't on stream, I was setting up my phone and recording myself and then watching it back and be like, ah shit, there's
Hmm.
a lot of a lot of weird stuff, to be honest. It's the but yeah, it wasn't. There wasn't like a lot of. I don't know. It was. It definitely wasn't as. I mean, it's probably far more difficult for classic physique because you have way more poses. You have like 60-second
Mm.
routines that you have to do to music and all this stuff. So like eventually, I would love to do that because who doesn't want to dance to music? Except instead of dancing,
Well,
you're flexing.
and,
So,
and you've got that gymnastic background, right? I don't know if you ever did floor, but do
yeah, we
guys
didn't do
do
it.
floor like that?
We don't do it to music. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
we'd mess around all the time on floor and just be like, well, we could totally and maybe that's why I want to do it to music so bad. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
do shit to music. But
Yeah, it's like your secret childhood want,
yeah, it's like,
to always have done that.
I want to do dance routines to music.
This is your life coming to fruition, and then after that, you're going to jump on a catamaran.
It's probably all my years of musical theater. It's just
Oh,
like
let's
just
get
there.
into it. Were you in musical theater?
I was. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
what shows were you in, or what parts?
I was in The Music Man.
Oh, okay.
So that was exciting, right? I don't. My mom was super into musical theater, so she was in like operas, like Carmen and Pirates of Penzance and HMS Pinafore and Music Man and
Oh,
on all
wow.
that. And she would always she's like, hey, if you guys you guys are great singers, let's go out and all fuck. I was like, okay. So yeah, there was a lot of musical theater in my youth
Oh my
until
gosh, that's
I was in
amazing.
high school, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. This is gay, Mom. I'm not
This
doing
is
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is not cool. Oh, look at all those handsome, attractive singers. They don't get any girls.
And now I'm like,
Um,
it's not gay. It's awesome.
it's not gay. You're gay. Uh,
Yeah.
was there anything you loved like to sing, or what was your jam, or did you have a song you're like, you'd pull
Really
out?
have a song. I mean, I still enjoy musicals come out all the time, and I'm like, let's watch this musical.
Yeah, let's like watch this ironically, guys. You want to do
Yeah.
that?
Like for the longest time, I wasn't gonna watch The Greatest Showman because
Oh
people
yeah.
were mainly just because people that don't know anything about musical theater were hyping it up so much,
Mhm.
and I was like, you guys know nothing. It can't be that great of a movie. You guys know fucking nothing. And
Yeah.
then one day I just watched it by myself. And I was like,
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's everything I wanted it to be.
all right, it's pretty good. All right, it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. Hugh Jackman, I love
And
you.
like Kelsey
Um,
caught me like 3/4 of the way through the movie. She's like, oh, you're watching it.
you're like, oh no, no, this
Get
this
out of
isn't what it
here.
looks like. No, no, it's
Shaking his stick at her. You didn't see anything.
Yeah, I had I felt like that with Hamilton. Like everyone's losing their mind over it, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to see it. People are too intense about it. And then we watched it, and I was like, oh, that was kind of good. I couldn't understand anything. I better watch it again. And then I watched
So
it a third time. I'm like, fuck.
yes, she's like obsessed with Hamilton. She and I'm like, and I finally watched it, and I was like, I'm like, sorry,
Yeah.
don't care that much. Like this
It
one's
takes a couple. It takes a couple. At
this one's
least it took me a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't jump on board the Hamilton train. I'm like, it's like good, but it's not like the greatest like Broadway. That I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Are you familiar with like let's see, like Godspell or Mystery of Edwin Drood?
No.
They've got some really great fast songs in it. That's like my favorite thing in musicals is the fast songs.
Super
So
fast lyrical songs.
yeah, which I guess
Yeah.
that's all of Hamilton. But
So you're probably a big fan of Modern Major General.
I'm not familiar with that at all.
Oh,
Modern
my.
Major General. Modern.
Yeah, that's
Writing this down. That's the sound of me writing it down.
Yeah, that's a classic song that's super fast.
Oh, that's the song? What's it in?
Yeah, that is from Pirates of Penzance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know that I've seen the show live. I've
Good show.
Seen recordings of it. Yeah.
Good show. Mainly because my mom always told me I was due on a leap year day, right? But I came out a little early, and our good friend Daryl, Fanatic.
Yeah, you would have been twinsies.
Every time I think of that, the main character in Pirates of Penzance is born on leap year day, and they're constantly making fun of him because he'll finally be old enough to like not be a kid anymore and leave because they're like sticking to this rule. Like, yeah, he's a grown ass man. He's like, no, you're finally old enough to leave the ship because you're not a child. Like, leave. Like, you skipped every 4. You don't get a birthday. You only get one every 4 years. So that's like the whole He's like, he
Yeah.
finally gets to leave the ship, so they're constantly like giving him shit for it. So it's like,
Yeah. How old's Daryl? 9.5 or something like that.
I believe he is 8 and a
8.5.
half.
Yeah.
No, yeah, wait, 9 and a half. Yeah, he'll be
Young
10.
buck.
He'll be 10. He'll be
I don't
10
know.
in 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All of us old ass bitches. Yeah. So back to the weightlifting, unless you want to sing a song. Ooh, look at that. That looks like we might be able to sing a song here. If you were to sing a song, what would you sing? Also, you'd
What
have to do
would
your
I
own music.
sing?
I don't know how to do it here.
What would I sing? I don't know. Probably some Disney thing. Probably some short Disney song.
I'm not going anywhere. I'd let you sing a song. It'd be great. What do you think, chat? You want to hear a
Hold
Jason song?
Let's hold it.
All right. We'll see if we can pressure him towards the end. All right. Back to me grilling you so I can learn more things. You're also giant fucking bottle of water. Like,
Yeah.
Mine's like a little baby here. Mine would fit inside of yours.
The old gallon guzzy.
Is that only a gallon? It looks
It's
like
a
a
gallon,
5-gallon. It's like a
No, it's
5-gallon
gallon.
bucket. Like, that's good.
It's a single gallon. I've
Are
sold a
you
lot of
drinking
these
that whole
for
thing
Amazon.
a day?
I drink about 1.5 to 2 of these a day.
Oh wow. What's
Yeah.
You've sold a lot of those for Amazon? Is that the product you sell?
I just have a link to it. So it's
Oh,
like,
I see. Yeah. Because you're always
like, where do I get one of these bottles? And I was like, I should probably have a link to this.
Yeah. Just type bottle in chat.
And every time I get like 3 cents for the sale. I'm like, thanks, Amazon, for fucking nothing.
So much affiliate. And they're like, we're not going to pay out for a long ass time.
Yeah, like you haven't reached the threshold for us to pay you out. We're like, what? Like
we're gonna hold on to this for you. It's like, you can trust us.
How much stuff are people selling to actually get the payout?
Right. Yeah. Bezos is like, no, I need this. I need to hold on to this money. It's an investment for me.
Here's your nickel. You're welcome. We went ahead and rolled over this nickel from your sales to next year's fiscal year.
Yeah.
And they order pizza and I don't want to eat my lunch that I prepared for the day. I'm like, hey, I'll
give me just a sec.
Pizza.
Let's see. Okay, we're back. That was our 2-hour mark where I usually disappear, but now we're back on, so we're good. Sorry about that. Yeah, you were talking about some of the food you were having. So
I eat a lot of chicken and ground turkey and steak and a lot of white rice, a lot of sweet potatoes. I just started.
Are you in the air fryer craze?
I am not. I do not have one of those.
I like make the sweet potato French fries. Like, it feels so dirty, but it's so good.
I just pan fry them, and then throw in some salt and pepper and some rosemary and some garlic salt, and we're good to go. Yeah.
Do you prep anything, or do you just kind of make it on the fly?
Just my lunches for the week. So every Sunday I will get out whatever meat I'm going to prepare for that day, and then I'll either prepare the sweet potatoes or I'll just make a buttload of rice. I'm like, cool, and then I'll stick everything in like different one big container per thing, and then the morning of I will weigh out what I need.
Oh, nice.
So instead of like some people do the meal prep thing where they just like pre-weigh everything out, which you can do it that way, but like because I'm more flexible with what I can eat that day, I'd rather just have it in one big thing, and then I'll be like, okay, well this day I need to like
a shit ton more rice. Yeah,
feel like a little bit more rice this time.
Oh yeah, I like that flexibility too. I do like all the containers. I have like 20 of them or something, but it only accounts for, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4 of my 6 meals.
Oh wow.
So the other two is like lunch and dinner. I don't know what the wife's
Yeah.
gonna make. So I kind of adjust around that. And then at work, I've just got a bunch of stuff that I can be like, all right, I'm gonna have this, chicken power bowl and some carrots and an apple or something.
Yeah, like we'll make dinner together most nights, and then there's usually enough. We usually may end up making 4 to 6 servings, so she can either have one for lunch or we can have it again for dinner
Mm.
the next day. And then sometimes I will pre-prep my breakfast, which is just like I'll just make like really simple overnight oats, which is a stupid fucking craze. But like some people do some really dumb shit with. I'm like, you don't need to do all that. Like I literally just put oats,
Yeah.
milk. I usually just use oats. Like the other day, we didn't even have any milk, so I went oats, Greek yogurt,
Oh yeah.
water and protein powder, and I mixed it up. I was like, good enough.
Yeah.
But usually it's like milk, oats, protein powder, and Greek yogurt. And I see all these crazy things. And people are like, yeah, it's just like got this hardened candy chocolate. Like I'm like, bro, nobody has time for that shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like it's so good. It's only like 700 calories.
Yeah. People will do it once. Yeah.
It was like, what? It's like, no, if you really wanted to sustain it, and I save all my big like Greek yogurt bins, and so I just like prepare it in that, and I'm like, it gives me one bin gives me 3 servings,
nice.
and
Nice.
so it's like I'm like, it's good enough.
Smart money. Yeah. What is it? Is it Kelsey?
Yeah.
What does Kelsey think about the streaming and all that stuff? Did she meet you while you were doing it, or and the fitness too? I guess you've been doing that for a while. So.
I mean, I was technically streaming when we met, but not fitness. I was like I was game streaming. But she didn't mind. She was like, oh, well, it was like for the longest time I like wanted to get back into game streaming, and that was like a point of contention.
Oh,
like,
really?
You're wasting your life. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh God, maybe she's right. And I was like, well, I guess I could I work out every day. I could definitely just stream my workouts.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. And if nobody watches me, it doesn't really matter because I'm still going to work out. So,
right.
And then, but for some odd reason, people wake up early in the morning and they watch me work out and be a complete degenerate. So.
Yeah. Well, they get a little bit of the flexing too. So
that's a nice.
Flexing. What's I mean, you kind of just do your thing. Do you think about that? Like what's your brand? You look at like Twitch, like how to be successful on Twitch, and it's like the same dumb stuff. But it's it's those things
Twitch
that
doesn't even know how to be successful on Twitch.
Right. It's those things like in anything of marketing. It's like, well, if we look at the people who are really successful, they do these similar things, but that's not why they're successful.
No, not at all.
They're successful because they're them. So how do you do the themness?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have I mean, for a long time I tried to do the branding thing, so my name changed a lot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
What were the names?
So the first one was like Sandbeast, and then I went to like Unicorn Delta, because I made like was the second one Unicorn Delta? I think so. Because I made like a logo that was a unicorn made with a bunch of triangles. And I was nice. Unicorn Delta.
Super clever.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. And then and I made a bunch of stuff for that, and I had that one for a while. And then I was like, you know what? I like the fact that my last name was in my first Twitch name, but it was like pronounced incorrectly. I want to do one where my name is pronounced correctly. And it's like a take, but the name was really long, and it was like so I did like Sanbei Apocalypse. So it was like a take on like zombie, and so I rebranded everything to make it be like, I was like, the world is like my
awesome.
My follower alerts was like a fucking nuke like blowing up. There was like,
yeah.
I was like, okay, stupid. And then Apex came out, and I was like playing Apex way too much. Like I would stay home from work to play, like call in sick. I'm like, I'm sick. I'm not coming in and play like Apex like 8 hours a day.
It sounds serious.
And then I like rebranded that, and then I was like, I could do like a and I kind of was doing like architecture.
What kind of time period was all this over?
Oh, so my first stream ever was 2015.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then my first gym stream was last April.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good amount of time. and then so I was like, oh well, I'll just stream the FPS stuff, and maybe I'll get good at FPS. Not. And so I rebranded to Architactical. I was like, as a play on fucking architecture, and it's fucking stupid.
And you just dissatisfied after a little while with each of these?
Yeah, I was like, it just kind of got boring, and then I was like, I don't really care about Twitch anymore. So I was just like changing my name a bunch after that, and not like streaming with it. And then the last name I had prior to this one was Diamondo Hanzu, because I like helped manage a Discord server for day trading. so I was like, oh yeah, Diamond Hands, let's go, dude.
Nice.
And then that became, and then I had that name initially when I first streamed like fitness, and I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of this name. I gotta figure out. But then but people already had nicknames for me, like Dia and Diamond.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just like do Diamond Fit, like Diamond Fit. It kind of works. I was like, all right, we'll keep it.
Nice. Yeah. And how long have you had that? Have you had that since April, or?
Yeah. So and then I changed. So I officially changed that in, I think, like May, like mid-May. And so yeah, I've had it since. So I've had that name since then.
Nice. Is this one gonna stick?
I don't know.
You like change?
Yeah, I like name ADD.
Yeah. Now I feel like you got to stick somewhere close, because there is that name recognition.
Yeah.
Like, Jason, where's Jason?
Which
What's his name these days?
Thought, like, maybe I'll just do like Die, like just Die, DAI, and then Fit, just like Die Fit. And it was like, hey, if you're gonna die Fit.
Ooh, I like it. I have not hated any of these ideas, by the way. And I might not be good at it, but I get paid to work in branding projects, and you keep saying each of these, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, that could work. You could totally rock that. You could rock that. Yeah. Well, because and I guess I've seen so much on Twitch, and my name, like the BitLife Show, basically makes no sense. I'm trying to make sense of it. Like, hey, we'll do a show. We'll have fun.
You got a show.
Yeah, exactly. But people were like,
super cool what you're doing this, by the way. Like this definitely is something a lot of people have talked about doing and never actually did, but you actually like followed through and did it. It's pretty cool.
Dude, I feel like I'm cheating, because it's like you guys are just so interesting and performative already. And I just get to bring you in and then kind of set you loose, which is really, really, really fun. I'm just going to keep that cheat code going. Also, I do appreciate, I don't know if I know many young Jasons these days, or kid named Jason, but just like rocking the names like 80s and 90s. There's no Ryans, there's no little Ryans anymore. Like that was a flash in the pan. Let's hit this spin wheel. We got a couple of these left. Oh, make sure we get through these.
All the spinnies.
Ooh boy, this will be fun. Revealing photo. Whoa. All right. This is fun.
Oh boy.
You had a great selection.
Oh boy.
you said you had to reach deep, but
I haven't logged on to Facebook in years. Like
it was like years. 30 seconds after I asked, you're like, here's one, here's another.
Yeah, because I was like, the only old photos that I have that are from Facebook, and I haven't logged on to Facebook in years. And every photo I sent you is minimally 10 years old. Minimally. So all prior to me ever lifting.
All right. So let's get this going, and you can talk us through the party time here. So this first photo, everyone's probably seen, but it's super rad. This is your super lean. Is this the when you won like the 3 competitions?
That is
or the 3 categories.
That is the one.
Yeah. Dude,
yes.
Isn't that funny? Like when you get like such low body fat, how different our faces look.
So yeah, my face looks
Yeah, I mean, your body looks great too, but I've been told, like my wife, she's like, "Hey, I don't like you this skinny. You need to put on some weight." Like my last cut, I was like, "Okay, so that's the weight limit for you. Got it, got it." Yeah, that's amazing. Maybe I can spray paint myself and flex like this for my wife. Fuck me, this stupid thing over here. Hang on. It goes into zoom mode somehow. Okay. So I actually, this is the photo that I stole for the picture, I think. So this is cool too. So to show you like as a little
So
skinny mini.
that was 2015. I was lifting weights there, but not for size. I was just
Sure.
like, well,
Yeah.
we can do a little bit of weightlifting in between. Because at the time, I think I was only because that's in my Emeryville place. Yeah, so that like I could only train gymnastics then 2 times a week. So I went from training like 7 days a week to a new place where I could only train 2 days a week, and I was like, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
And so I was going to the gym.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
Okay. Yeah. No, that's amazing. 35 pounds, and you're still shredded on that right photo. All right. Now we get into the really good ones. Are these all? So further down, I think we have some maybe Halloween costumes. I'm guessing this is not a Halloween costume.
No, this was this is in my hometown. This was in 2012, I believe. 2011. This is 2011, summer 2011. So this is my hometown, and me and my buddy went on a hike, and we're like, let's go hike up Mount Roberts. And so,
oh my gosh, it's beautiful too. That's ridiculous.
So we decided to hike up. We technically we ran up because we're like, we're not taking the tram. Fuck that. Like, how fast can we get up? It's only 1.25 miles. Like, we could run up that no problem. You're going from sea level to like 1,500 feet in like a mile and a half. So that was a brutal run.
Yeah, you're destroying yourself with that 1,500 vertical feet.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. What do you have? Long hair and a ball cap, or what do you have on?
I had fairly long hair there.
Okay.
So maybe that was 2010. So I might have, because in 2011 my hair was real long. So that must have been 2010 when I was like started to grow it out. So it was I still had I constantly had the long shaggy hair with the flippies out of the backwards hat.
Yeah. So and did you say are you half Japanese?
Quarter.
Did you ever think about that growing up? Was that ever like a part of your identity of like, oh, I kind of want to look a little bit more like that side of my family, or I don't want to look like that? Or
when I was like a little kid, no, because I got made fun of because my name was not Jason. Like my first name and my middle name were like switched. And I got made fun of a lot for having this weird foreign name. And so like when I was after first grade,
kids are the worst.
They just switched it. My parents legally switched it.
Oh, sure.
So it's like, but kids still made fun of me for my last name, like, because no one could ever pronounce it correctly. And they're like, yeah, you stupid name.
I just got made fun of because I was dorky.
So I'm 18 in that picture,
dude, and I love this. Like, you're
it's a
just
scanned photo
shredded.
of an actual photo.
And are you breakdancing here, or?
Yeah, so I was
dude
super big into breakdancing. Gymnastics. I was like, hey, I can do all these breakdancing stuff. So I used to like just do flares in my living room.
Oh, I love it.
And my little sister was like, I'll try to take a picture of you doing flares in the living room.
I love it so much. Also, just our style of pants, like comfy pants back then. Like I miss comfy pants, dude. And then this fucking fish. Yeah. What? It's like a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's a halibut.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the biggest fish I've ever got. It weighed 145 pounds.
This is the biggest fish I've ever seen somebody has caught.
Yeah.
I don't watch Big Fishing Bros or anything like that, but let's see if I break.
That was definitely 2011 because that year I didn't have a job that summer. I was just kind of like fucked around, and I had my hair pulled back in like a top knot and just sticking out of the back of and my hat.
And you got a little bit of scruff here. Like, I'm
Yeah,
a
a little bit.
man.
Yeah, I started becoming a slight man eventually.
I love it. Also, what's up, Sammy Thick Thighs? Thanks for jumping in. Acro says, makes the fish I showed look like a joke.
Oh, man.
Actually, I wasn't going to say that, but you did get the biggest fish to Acro. So just different kinds of fish.
You showed a fish too, Ari? God damn.
He did.
I could have shipped so many fish. I had like so many pictures of me with fish. Just like tons of salmon. I'm like, check out this haul. And there's like 8 salmon on my I'm like, ugh.
Just tons of salmon.
Yeah.
I just want clips of this. Just tons of salmon.
Yes. One of the greatest Halloween costumes. One of the greatest Halloween costumes I ever did. That was Halloween.
I love this too. This is body art as well, right?
Yeah. So that was Halloween 2010. And I was like, dude, I just want to like paint my entire God, I'm so skinny. What the fuck? Dude, I thought like I had a good physique. Dude, look at how gross and sticky my legs are.
No, you know what though? Like
so I was like, I'm
that,
just gonna paint my whole body. And
that
just...
skinny punk like kind of physique, like that was so in. And then you got to wear like big jinkos and hide the fact.
Yeah, so I got like I found like the biggest size pair of little kid Batman underwear I could find. I found that like Batman mask, and the Batman mask came with those like fingerless Batman gloves. So I was like, all right, I'm doing this.
Gonna murder somebody, yeah.
It's God, it looks like I could break myself in half in that picture. What the hell?
Acro says you should have done this for your men's physique show. You probably would have got kicked out, but so worth it. Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. I love it too, because like your skin is painted, right?
Yeah, I painted everything with acrylic paint. It was just like,
yeah. Dude, you were ahead of the Twitch trend too.
And my girlfriend at the time, she did Batgirl. And it's like she was just wearing like, so she was just like wearing, we went to a rave, she was wearing like underwear and just like a bra. She had huge boobs. So it was like, yeah, we're just gonna like paint you up, dude.
Yeah. No, I'll do the same. We'll be like samesies. It'll be totally cool.
Yeah, it would be totally sick.
Yeah. What's up, sweaty?
So like we showed up to my buddy's house and he's like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to like a warehouse rave, right? I'm like, absolutely. I know we're going to a warehouse rave.
Yeah.
Like, let's go, dude.
Yeah, you see these glow sticks I stuffed in my pants? Yeah, I'm ready to go. Oh, yeah, and then we've got the pair here. This is great. I was trying to think there could be a band in here. Is this a Chris Angel? Or
no, not
who
Chris
is
Angel. This is a lot of people guess Chris Angel. So yeah, this was Russell Brand. So I was doing Russell Brand.
Yeah.
From his movie like Get Him to the Greek or whatever.
Okay,
he always like teased the hair up, and like people are like, dude, what is this wig? I was like, bro, that's my actual hair.
Oh wow, was it really?
Yeah, like there's not a wig.
Ooh.
That was my hair.
That's
my
very full hair. And curly.
Yeah, because I took it and I just like, so it was like big in the back and it was like naturally like kind of wavy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Snook says, I knew it was Russell Brand. Yeah, it's nice to say that after the fact. I love this.
Yes.
You just I don't know.
Days. The ski bump
like a
days,
little
man.
snow bunny.
I miss the West Coast because I miss the skiing, man.
Where
the best?
When were you on the West Coast?
My entire life up until 5 years. Up until 5 years ago.
Southeast Alaska.
So Southeast Alaska.
Oh, I guess so. I guess I see.
So,
is that considered West Coast?
Well, so I was born in Utah, in Salt Lake, not in Salt Lake City, but born in Utah. And then when I was 2, my parents moved to Alaska, and I was in Alaska until I was 16. And then when I was 16, my parents sent me to a Mexican boarding school. So then I was in Mexico. So I was in Ensenada, Mexico.
Oh, literal Mexican boarding school. Yeah.
Yeah.
To get your shit together or something?
Yeah, to get my shit together. And then
did it work?
No, because it wasn't the place they sent me to was definitely not for people like just because I didn't like show up at my house for my 9 p.m. curfew and like got like C's and D's in high school because I didn't want to do the homework.
Yeah,
It was like
didn't mean you needed to go to a
I
Mexican
wasn't
concentration
drinking.
camp.
Like I wasn't drinking, I wasn't doing drugs, I didn't have any problem with the law, I wasn't having sex, and like the kids that were at this place were like multiple run-ins with police. Kids
I
were
see.
in gangs. Had like there was one kid that was in my group of people that had legitimately killed somebody. I'm like,
Oh my
what
gosh.
the fuck?
Yeah.
it
So
was
you're
like,
learning all these new things.
yeah. So
all
I was
these
like,
new hobbies.
I was like, holy shit, this is what I was like that's that play. I learned that LSD and acid were the same thing at that place, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, and then
that's the gift
yeah.
that keeps on giving right there, that boarding school.
Right. And then when I turned 18, I left because they can't keep me there legally. Then I went back to Alaska for a year. And then when I turned 19, I moved to California, and I lived in California until I moved to the East Coast 5 years ago. So
yeah. And yeah, somebody said this is still a costume. It's Shaun White. Yeah.
Shaun White's a bitch.
Gold medal. I would wipe the powder with him. I don't know. I've downhill skied once.
Shaun White is the GOAT.
Yeah, I did downhill ski the first time this year. It was amazing. I fell so hard. It sucked.
I love skiing.
So we're in Wisconsin, and like the Black Diamonds are
blues.
They're that, right? Exactly. They're blues. Yeah. But I'm on blues, and I'm okay on the blues. And then like my 13-year-old just going down because her friend's dad owns the place, owns the ski resort. So I know, right? So she's like, she's been training her, and they're like, yeah, we just went down the last Black Diamond. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying on this blue. Like I kept just being like, I can't slow down, fall. Like a little
skiing on the East Coast is like, apparently you have to go to Vermont. Apparently is what I hear.
Oh, okay.
But, for good skiing, but it's like even then, people that have skied Vermont and skied they're like the West Coast does not compare. It's like the Rockies.
Yeah,
the
I want to go somewhere. Go do Vail. Go do the real stuff. Maybe after I can get comfortable on all that we have here to the Black Diamonds and things.
Like Utah skiing is like S tier. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, and here we have just a lot of the fake snow, which apparently is harder and not as enjoyable.
It's pretty wet. It's pretty slushy.
Yeah. Sweaty. Did I hear he has pancreatic cancer? No. We did say earlier, I did say earlier that 50% of men will die with it, not from it, which is a strange
prostate cancer, right?
Oh, sorry, prostate, not pancreatic. All P words look the same to me. I love your nerd voice, by the way. I want your nerd voice to be on like a cartoon. Like it's so good. You do it so well.
I feel like it's like partly Butters, but like also not Butters.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, it's like Butters, but not as dumb.
Yeah, when I do it, I end up hearing Butters for some reason, but it's like I'm not thinking about Butters when I do it. I don't know. It's just like that. I just picture this kid, and he's like 12, thinking he's like being super witty. He's like, "Yeah, I fucking got you, you piece of shit." He's like, "Yeah, you small dickhead." Yeah, like that's like all I picture. It's like he's just there. You're like, "Good one, kid. Good one."
Yeah.
It's like, "Yeah, I told you you're small. You're always small. Lift more than you. Show you."
There's like some throatiness to it that I love. Yeah. So we gotta. So Tabs has to get on the show, and then Tabs will bring you into the show, and you'll make money.
Like I got a guy.
Being a voice actor, exactly. You can live on your catamaran.
You can be the troll.
This just happened in chat. Him Noti, thanks for jumping in the follow. But it was, did I hear the prostate? Right after that, thank you for following. Like that was, all right, guys, we're talking about prostate. Let's hit that follow. Let's get it going. All right, let's do it. Let's hit this. We'll hit this wheel. We got a couple spins left. Our spins are going to go really fast.
Show up shirtless, come up to girls. Then that would be a good. I wonder how good the game would be. Like, hey, girl. Oh my
gosh.
How are you? Can I buy you a drink, maybe?
Are you talking, Sweaty? Are you talking about TwitchCon? Is that what we're gonna do at TwitchCon? Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, here we go. Are we spinning the prostate reel?
Whatever the
Two
red one
truths.
was.
Two truths and a lie. Good thing it comes up on the stream. Or it comes up in chat.
2 truths and a lie.
Guys, I don't know if you ever played this one in I don't know, middle school, but Daya's gonna tell us 3 stories. 2 of them are true, one of them is a lie, and his goal is to trick us all so that we pick the wrong one, and then we get a vote. We get a vote on which one we think is the lie, and it's a good way to, you could flex. You could be like, I was at this party one time and met this guy named Matthew McConaughey. That was a flex. Who was that?
2 truths and a lie. In that order? 2 truths.
Oh, that was Acro. No, not in that order. Whatever order you want. That was Acro.
Whatever order I want. Okay.
Acro was at a rad party and just ran into a guy. You know, he saw Matthew McConaughey. He's like, "Hey, how do you know so and so?" And the dude's like, Matthew, or what do you say? McConaughey. There you go. All right. 2 truths and a lie. McConaughey.
Okay.
What the fuck? That was real. Yeah. That was one of your truths.
Let's see. Okay. 2 truths and a lie.
Or a truth, a lie, and a truth, or a lie, truth,
Well,
truth.
There was this one time at band camp.
Actually, it was scout camp. It was scout camp.
Oh boy, you stuck an eagle. Never mind.
And a bunch of us were, we brought our paintball guns. We were told not to bring our paintball guns, but we did anyway because, we're kids.
Rebels.
And, the scout leader did not like that at all. And so we were like, well, fuck this. We're going to go and do our own thing. Also did not like that at all. When we came back to the cabins, we were like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and split everybody up. Like, we're not doing that. Like, well, we want to be in this cabin with our friends. We're like, well, that's not going to happen. So we're like, well, let's just go to their cabin and get your stuff. So we end up going in to get our friend's stuff. And the scoutmaster comes in and he's like, what are you guys doing? Like, he's going to go and sleep in our cabin. He's like, no, he's not. Like, yeah, he is. He's like, no, he's not. And the scoutmaster pulled a gun, actually physically pulled a gun on kids. We're like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my gosh.
Was
he
cool.
Holding it up or?
He was, I want to say he pointed it.
Oh my gosh.
Friend's face. I don't know if he pointed it to friend's face or if he just pulled it out. I can't. It's
It's a
little blurry. It's a little blurry. But that's that was pretty crazy. He got in trouble, so that was fun.
Did you guys get to hang out that night together, or did you have a gun battle?
No, okay. Not at all. No, shut it out.
Him that he says, "Oh wait, were you in Florida?"
No, this is Alaska. Okay, and then
Alaskan bush people.
Man.
You got this. I believe in you.
So this other time, not at scout camp, but near the scout camp, we were canoeing. A group of us were canoeing and had some stuff. And we saw a pod of killer whales go by, and we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then we're like, hey, that's pretty neat. And then I look over to where I was like, yeah, they came from over there, and just pointing it out and reliving the moment of these killer whales being 20, 30 yards away. And as I point to where they came from, I saw a salmon jump out of the water and damn near into the boat. I'm like, and me and my brother look at each other like, whoa, dude, you see that? We're like, yeah. And right when we look back to where the salmon was, we see a small juvenile killer whale jump out of the water towards the boat, pretty much lands on the boat. We have to jump out of the boat. We're like, we're out, dude. We're fucking out. And we're 20 yards away from the water.
Oh my gosh.
Or from the shore rather. And we're just like, oh my God, dude. And so we just sort of like swam our sunk canoe back to the shore. So that was pretty fun.
The best part about both of these stories so far is everyone's calling like that was like on both of them. BS, that's a lie, that's a lie. So
one of them's got to be true.
exactly. You have a very storied past, sir.
And then let's see.
And then your scoutmaster pulled out a revolver and shot the orca.
My scoutmaster pulled out a gun and shot the whale in true fashion.
Oh my gosh. He was from Florida.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So at my boarding school camp in Mexico, no one had ever escaped from this place whatsoever. And me and my buddy formulated this plan that we were going to escape. And we are going to do it in the cover of nightfall, like a true
Prison Break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we planned this thing for months, like probably like 3 months. And then one day, we got all the pieces in place. We got like a fork from the cafeteria so we could unscrew the screw that was in the window to keep it from opening. And then one day we were like, hey, we're doing this tonight. Tonight is the night. We go. We unscrew the window. We get out onto the balcony, and we're like, okay, we're outside of the room, and now we're on the balcony. How the fuck do we get down? We're like, and we were right next to like the big like recreation area where there's like basketball courts and stuff like that. And we're like, okay, I guess we can like maybe hop over onto that side, and then like nobody can see us because nobody's patrolling there. It'll be fine. So we end up jumping down onto the shoe rack that's like conveniently right by our balcony, and jump down and we run across. But now we're in this recreation area that has like 12-foot plus walls surround. We're like, okay, well, now what do we do?
Now you're just back stuck in another area.
Next to that is like an area of houses, and there's like a telephone pole with like a wire. We're like, well, we'll just climb up this. We'll just like shimmy up this wire to get over the thing. That's like, because the wire's like holding the telephone pole in place. And he goes up the wire, jumps onto the roof, and they're all like these, like the tile roofs. So he just starts like smashing all the tiles because his like body weight is just like he's like, oh God. The owner of the house wakes up, conveniently freaks out. We ended up like jumping down, like running down the street, all the way down the street. And we're like, okay, well, now we're stuck again, because now there's an even bigger wall at the end of this thing. Where the hell is the end of this community? We thought we were out in like just like in a neighborhood. And so it's just like a 20-foot cliff into the ocean. And then like we're in deep shit because everybody now knows we've escaped, and they don't understand how we got outside the walls, and there's spotlights and fucking sirens. And we're like, what is happening? We're like, we got to go over the cliff, bro. So we go over the cliff, coldest water ever. The Pacific Ocean is not warm. I'm telling you right now, it's May. It is not warm. We're like, okay. So we end up going over the cliff, going under the beach. And then finally I'm like, I gotta get off. It's like cold. It's cold. He stays in the water, and I get caught, and the guy's like yelling at him, and he's like, hey, there's sharks in the water. And I was like, don't fall for that. There's no fucking sharks. It's also like 5 o'clock in the morning. You can't see no sharks. There's no sharks. And eventually he like comes back in, and we get caught, and we get sent to like an even worse place. So that was fun. Yeah. And then
I have so many questions.
We got back. I ended up coming back to this place, and like all the security is like way better. They've added more stuff on the walls and all. I was like, wow, okay, well, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh. So
where'd he go? He disappeared. Oh God, he left me. He left me.
this is where it happens. This is like the 2-minute 40 mark where I got on both streams. Let's see if we can make the video work. Come on, video. There we go. That was awesome. That's a pro move. So I just got to tell the guests, like, there's going to be a point a few hours in that it's your show.
Everything is breaking.
Yeah. Okay. So, dude, your stories are fucking ridiculous. Everyone thinks everyone is a lie, which is great. You've lived a very full and storied life so far, it sounds like. So let me recap, and then I'll ask some follow-up questions.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 storytelling, the bard of our generation. Dia the Bard. I like that. Scout camp guy pulled a gun. They wanted to hang
Yeah.
out. I mean, that was probably the shortest. Number 2, they were canoeing, as they do in Alaska. Killer whales out there, 30 yards away.
Yeah.
Looked back, saw some salmon, and there's a killer whale coming by you. You had to jump out of the boat and swim to shore.
Correct. Yeah,
I could almost believe that one.
Right on the boat.
Until that.
Pretty much right on the boat.
Let's get in the water with that murderous animal.
They're safe. They're harmless.
Yeah, it's like bulldogs. No,
They're
they're cuddly.
attacked in captivity.
Yeah, they're cuddly. Number 3, at this boarding school, you straight up pulled a prison break.
We did that.
Oh, Eddie, sorry, you got timed out by the
loser.
By the machine. Sorry. And dude, this third story is pretty involved. So I have a couple questions too. Did you, so like you escaped and they brought you back? You said they brought you back to like an even worse place?
Yeah. So, they brought us back, and then they had to arrange a pickup, if you will, for us to go to a way worse thing where I was basically living in a tent, like a big canvas tent, for like 2 months.
What?
And like they gave you a sleeping bag and a huge canvas tent that was on a hill, and there was like a concrete like slab that it was on, and we had plain chicken, plain rice, and plain beans every day, and literally for 4 hours a day we had, and this was in so the other place was in Ensenada. This place was in Tecate. So you're like high desert Mexico, and you had to run around in a circle to get out of this place. You had to run 2,000 laps. Now, like, that doesn't seem that bad, 2,000 laps, because it wasn't a very big like area to lap, right? So, but anything you did, they just took away laps. They're like, oh, you made a sound and you're not allowed to make sounds. So that's like 100 laps we're just taking off your tally. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And like you just get you're a teenager, so you would get so frustrated. You're just getting a mouth back sometimes, and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. And like,
just keep going. Let's go. Go higher.
You had like
come on.
1,200 laps, and they're just like, hey, guess what? And they just wipe you to 0. And you're like, cool, that's cool. That's like a month's worth gone. That's a month's worth of laps gone.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love this. I hope this is not like Prison Break or some TV show. Also, thanks Sweaty Gamer Games for jumping in. We'll see you next time. Yeah, because they were joking. Number 1 is like a Wes Anderson film. Number 2 is like Free Willy, but the Alaska bootleg version. And then number 3 is like some kind of weird coming of age Prison Break story. Yeah. All right, guys, in the chat, you got to guess. I'll give you like a minute or something while I recombobulate in my mind. Like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. I want them all to be true. I want to go to sleep thinking they're all true. I don't even want to know. But what do you guys got? What do you think in chat? Lock in your votes now. Hymnody. Number 3 was the Never Ending Story. That's true, but was it the lie? Also a great movie. Number 3 is a Quentin Tarantino movie. Guys, this is not how we play this game. I appreciate your opinions. 1, okay, Acro. 1 might be real. 2 definitely real. 3 most likely fake as fuck. Male prostitute, probably 3. Hymnody, they're all lies. Yeah. Only like 1 person can do that on the show.
What if they're all true, though?
I know, that would be even better. All right, let's see. Eddie, or anybody else? You got to vote. Come on, give me a vote. I'm thinking. Okay, so what am I going to say? Scout canoeing. I'm going to say the first one. It was the shortest story. Eddie says number 3. The first one was the shortest story. The other 2 were significantly longer. So if I'm picking just logically, I'm trying to go, okay, well, this one is different than these 2. They all are freaking crazy, and I want them all to be true. All right. So everyone says 3. Eddie trusts Acro. All right, what is it? Lay it on us.
Oh, technically, it's the first one is technically they're all true, but I wasn't personally involved in the first one. I was there, but I was not personally involved in the first one. So the first one is technically a lie.
Yes, that is the lies that we like to see.
They're all technically true.
Guys, I'm feeling so swole right now. Just destroying all of you.
That situation happened.
Yes.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Well, in this, so if you're out there, this is the pro move. Tell somebody else's story as your own. But dude, the killer whale and the boarding school stories.
Yeah. Your
life is a movie.
I could go on for hours on this boarding school. Like there is so much about this boarding school. And then post boarding school, like mortgage industry stuff, like think like mortgage broker meets Wolf of Wall Street. And that was my career for like 5 years.
Oh wow.
So there's
Quaaludes and everything.
Oh yeah, cocaine on the desks, like
so much quay, so much lubes.
Tons of stuff.
Stop the swole. I can't. I win. Yeah. I won so hard. I'm gonna hit this again. We got a couple left. We're doing this. We're cranking. This is great, dude. Let's make a movie of your life when we make a lot of money. Let's see. It's story time. Is there another story that you have that's fucking crazy like this that you'd love to share? I mean, these are so amazing.
I have a lot of. That's why it's like I can't. I have a lot of stories.
You've got a treasure trove.
Got a lot of stories.
What's maybe something people don't know about you or has ever heard, or maybe something people might be surprised?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like such an open book on my stream that I have no.
Yeah. Well, these gems no one had heard.
I have told the killer whale story before because I specifically to Ari because Ari came into my stream one morning. He was like, "Tell me a story," and that was the one I fucking told.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I was like, I know he knows that one's real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said 2 definitely real. Yeah. Good memory.
Let's see. I don't know.
We've heard some early life stuff. Maybe some mortgage broker.
I mean, everybody knows I used to be like a go-go dancer at a gay bar. So that's.
Were you really?
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, it was fun.
You make some money.
I had that Batman body though, so you have to picture that Batman body doing it because it wasn't this.
But that's what they wanted.
They wanted that twink.
Yeah, look like a little boy.
I mean, there was a couple guys that were just like jacked that were on the go-go squad, but I was like, damn. It's like I'm just like one of the 3 Twinkie dudes. Like, whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's great. All right, I'm gonna count these other stories as story time. Those were good enough. We'll have to do this again another time and get even more of those. But
I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of really wild stories.
Here, we'll save it for your stream. We'll redeem something like tell me a story. Make that a channel point redemption.
I can make that a channel point redemption. Tell me a story.
That'd be really cool. Ooh, or we could do one of those big channel points like 50K, 100K. Like tell me the craziest story. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's get the community going.
I could do that.
We could get behind something, like that. So
I got to do that now that they nuked all my friggin' emotes.
Yeah, was it the booties? Did the booties set everybody
all my animated ones? My Han Holo,
yeah.
the chick face. That was my favorite one.
Okay. All right. So this is the last physical one. 30 seconds push-ups, just because we want to get some blood flow. We want to get some blood flow going before we go to bed.
30 seconds max push-ups.
Yeah. Last time we did a prediction, but predictions kind of suck. We need people to have channel points, so we'll wait on those. But yeah, let's see. I'm going to hit the 35 and then we'll count down and you can just rip through them. And Acro will count like a hawk. Here we go. And 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, go! Ow. Stop. Time. All right. Dude, I've got this Roman profile here. I don't know if you guys can see that. We've got a, just a very Roman profile. I smashed my nose into the ground on like on number 3. All right. What'd you get? What'd you go?
I don't know, 40? Near 40?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're near 40 at this point. But yeah, I got 30, 36 after I hit my little nose. Yeah, I got to come up with something. Like, there's got to be some kind of reward. I don't know how all the points and all that junk works. I wish I could like give people crap,
Yeah.
The ground was
I do like giveaways from time to time on certain milestones of the stream reached.
Do you give away like swag, or what are you giving away?
Yeah, like I hit 1,000 followers, so I did like $100 gift card to
nice
to Redcon 1 supplements. So
nice.
Yeah, and the person used it to buy like one of those like ball things.
Yeah.
They sell those on the website apparently, and I didn't know that.
Nice.
So
yeah, those are good with the foam rollers. We're giving away our personalities. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was good. Also, I don't ever do them that fast, so I'm like, it's like cardio. That's my cardio for the day, right there.
I'm like, if I come into the stream, I'm like, oh shit, I got like 5 offline follows, and I'm just like, I gotta pump out 50 push-ups real quick.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Do you keep that? What is that, like a push-up debt? Do you have a tracker for that?
I used to, but now, because like I used to have like a wheel spin, and you could add stuff to, people could use points to add stuff, and I don't have that anymore. But
just simplify.
Yeah, it's just like for every follow, I just do 10 of whatever I happen to be doing that day. So
nice. Yeah, that's kind of a fun aspect of this too. Like, oh, look at that. That's cool. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do this and this. And then like, okay, what the fuck am I going to do every time? Like,
there's a lot you can do. Some people do nothing.
Repeatable. Yeah.
Some people do nothing. But
it's got to be repeatable and sustainable.
Yeah.
And not get in the way.
I was doing push-ups for follows when I was a game streamer for a long time.
Oh, nice.
That got out of hand once. I was like, oh God. Like one day I was like, I'll just put like 20 push-ups per follow. And then like somebody came in with like an organized like group of like 100 people. And I was like, fuck.
Oh my gosh.
And I was basically setting a timer, and I was like, every 5 minutes, I'm just doing 50 push-ups.
For the next week. Yeah.
For the rest of the stream. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just sitting on the loading screen anyway, so we're not going to play any games today. All right, let's see. I think I've got one more item on this wheel, so it looks really dumb. I love it.
Yep.
It's the orange one. I don't know what it is. What is it? I can't see. It's a real good UX. Air squat recommendations. Oh, this is a good way to kind of bring us home. So we're going to do air squats, and I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, get your recommendations on a bunch of different things.
Okay.
While we do it, I don't have the sit stand yet, so you're going to get a lot of that. All right, here we go.
Get a lot of this peen.
Let's see. I got to pull this up. Where's the recommendations? There we go. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Here we go. 1 minute timer on the clock and go. All right. Favorite food?
Ooh, chicken enchiladas.
Favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Favorite protein?
Flavor?
Yeah, flavor or brand?
Oh, I like, Redcon 1.
Oh, they're the best. Favorite supplement?
Ooh, fucking testosterone. Creatine, for sure.
Favorite exercise?
Oh, anything with my back, like rows. I love a good row.
Oh yeah. Favorite superhero?
Batman.
Favorite streamer?
Oh man. Oh god. I don't know if I have a favorite streamer anymore. I'm just gonna say Ari.
Croce. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Favorite TV show?
Ooh. What is my favorite TV show? Oh God, I don't know if I have a favorite.
Favorite
probably
movie?
like something Star Wars for a TV show.
All right. Favorite movie on the last one?
The Fifth Element.
Oh, baby. That's it. That's what we got for our recommendations here. That was good. That was a good squat. What's today? 4? So today was my squat day too.
Rigged.
Squats.
Rigged.
No, it's so good. I just time it really, really well. Yeah.
Favorite supplement? Tren.
Tren hard.
More Tren, more men, right, boys?
You're preaching to the choir, sir. You said Jason on my interview too. Rigged. I don't know. There's a definite bromance
and the love continues
going on. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for staying up so late.
I know. I have to get up real early tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll high five you on that.
Actually, don't have to get up that early, but
are you streaming early in the morning again?
Yeah, but I have to take the wife to the airport at 10 a.m. So technically, I can start a little later. So,
oh, nice.
I mean, I figured I was gonna have to stay up kind of late for this, so I was like, one day of sacrifice is worth it.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on. This was fun. Thanks for just coming on and playing. And I don't know. It's so rad just to be able to have these conversations. It's fun too to type and jump into chat, but this is just a little bit more. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming on.
That's cool. Thanks for doing it. It's like, like I said, a lot of people are like, yeah, I should do something like this, and then they never follow through. But you are following through.
Yeah, I'm just intense. I'm like, I have a really dumb idea. I'm gonna try it, and then I go. So thanks for that. Thanks everyone for jumping in and hanging out. What else? Yeah, you can check out Dia if you don't already know.
Check me out.
Oh, I think I can do this. Ready? Shout out Diamando Fit. I should get some buttons for that. There you go. Check that out. Let's help him get his subscriber goal. Let's help him get to that.
9 more, and you get to see this guy in a bikini.
Yeah. Can
we working out in a bikini?
Wait, is it a lady bikini or is it like a banana hammock?
Oh no, it's a lady bikini.
All right, we need maybe 150 or 200 is the goal for the banana hammock.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I don't know how like a lady bikini would work in the front.
I'm pretty sure they would let me just wear the open bodybuilding banana hammock and just pose on stream as if I'm
just do that as your competition.
Yeah, I'm just practicing.
I love it. It's art. Yeah, that's what we got. I'm Ryan with the Bit Life Show. Thanks for those follows. I'll hit you up tomorrow with those push-ups because I'm destroyed right now, and that's what we got. We should probably Mentioned next week Tuesdays plus Ultra Eddie.
Ooh.
He couldn't. He had to switch out of tonight, but we got him back in on Tuesday, and then actually Terrible Hime Chris will be on not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So we're gonna start
Ooh, I'm
seeing the ladies.
excited.
Yeah, get the ladies of fitness
Get the
on here.
ladies, all the strong ladies involved.
Exactly, kicking our butts. So
A lot of
that's
strong
what we got.
ladies.
Yeah, thanks everyone for jumping on, and thanks Jason. And you pause for just a second. I hide us, and then we go off, and then we can chat real quick for a second. So that's what we got. Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.